Hello, folks. We are on. We are live. We're doing Call of Cthulhu. Back to the queer questing Father Divine sessions. Um, uh, hey, it's been a wild ride. We'll talk about where we're at, but yeah, I'm so looking forward to this and seeing how long we should make side bets as to how long our characters will last. My character did get bitten by a zombie child, so who knows? I could be one of the ones on the go. Other than that, hello, folks, and welcome. And we'll get everybody to introduce themselves.
That zombie child made me leave you looking fresh and young.
It's the secret of rich and famous.
See how you should call this our very Christmas Cthulhu, our Cthulhu Christmas special.
It is our very Christmas. It is. That's a good one. I should be
Cthulhu Christmas special.
Yes.
How not to do Christmas.
Not to do Christmas.
Let me
We'll see if any of us
stock your stockings with sanity.
Yes. Okay. I can go first with the introductions. After that smooth thing. Is that what you said there, Dr. J? The hack.
Well, I'll let our game master
right, go first.
Lead the discussions, the game.
Oh, right. Yes. I will lead you into destruction. Oh, wait. Sorry. We're just fun today. Sorry. Did I say that with my outside voice?
Yes. Yes, you did.
Oopsie. Hi, I'm Jaden. I will be running the game today. We'll see what fabulous shenanigans this fabulous group will get themselves up to. I don't know. Nobody seems to have any pyromania in their lives, so I don't know. We'll see what other excitement comes up. Who would like to go next?
Okay. If you want to go.
Well, I heard pyromania and I'm like, oh, is that a hint? Is that what's going to come? Oh my God, don't like fire. So I'm Mabel. I'm the good-looking gal from the farm in the Appalachian, showing these city folks how it's done, using my amazing intellect, and learning a few things from Sugar Joe that perhaps would make my granny roll in the grave. There you go. That's me.
I don't even know how to feel about that. I'll introduce myself next. And I play Sugar Joe Carstairs, heiress to the Standard Oil fortune. Right. And the only thing I'm showing Mabel is how to have a good time and live life to the fullest. And if her granny's rolling around in her grave, she's rolling around in glee and pure pleasure. Because I'm sure the gay gene came from somewhere, Mabel. And we are having a grand old time wearing good clothes, drinking fine liquors, and dancing with bedazzling ladies. Life is good. Life is fine. And we are going to find Anne Hewitt Cooper. We're going to find that girl. We're going to bring her back. We're going to bring her into the fold. Suffragettes and queer people divine. Yay. That's my character. Okay, I'm done. That's my manifesto. I'm done. Pass. Next.
Okay, how about Tony?
All right. Tony is a union activist, factory worker. He's open-minded, but a little bit definitely not as wild or outside of the societal norm as his companions on this mission. He is pretty observant. He's pretty. He likes to try to be able to have a solution for whatever situation might come up. And he hasn't had a lot of interaction with anything too supernatural, although he's always curious to understand all of that type of hubbub he reads about in the Penny Dreadful.
All right.
Hey, Reed is just happy to be here. They're out for adventure, and they're excited to be in this ragtag group of people, and they've just had falafel, so they're feeling pretty good right about now. Surprisingly, they're not spooked by all the zombie children yet. Maybe they've not realised what's happened because they're pretty dumb. But we'll see. We'll see if they realise. But right now, they just got a big smile on their face because they just had a bunch of falafel, so they're feeling pretty good.
And last but certainly not least, Dr. J.
Dr. J, Dr. Irving. Dr. Irving is a doctor who has moved here from Chicago. She's got a bit of background, bit distant background connection with the mob. She's kind of trying to get away from it all. She's done some shady things for them, but she's here. But she's also kind of helps women with their unfortunate issues that might be coming up for them. And she's a suffragette, and she believes in science and only what she sees. So she's kind of a bit freaked out about what she just saw during our last session, especially being bitten by a zombie child. Although I think we were all shocked when she slapped that woman.
And knocked her out.
Knocked her out. It's like, oh, okay. I didn't even know my own strength. Anyway, but I think that was the that was what was driving her shock at all this. Anyway, so she's and she's quite she's had it looked after, but we shall see what will happen. I have no idea what our DM has in mind for us.
Oh, don't worry. It will be fine.
Oh my god.
Excellent.
that's it.
When we last left off, you had bravely run away from the small town of Linmont and the zombie children at hand, and returned to Boston, where upon Reed then found you all some falafel. Because, hey, who doesn't like falafel?
Feel
No one else
awful,
like
get falafel.
Anyway, I don't recall offhand which. Wait, were you going to Dr. Irving's apartments? I believe so. Vaguely, kind of. Anybody?
We head back to then we left with the group at Dr. J's about ready to look at the. So did we all go back to Dr. J's?
I
I do.
believe.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you all came back and we were going to look at the journal.
Excellent. Well, in that case, we shall begin at Dr. Irving's apartment, gazing upon Sarah Hewitt's journal. So I guess the real question is, who's doing the reading? And are you reading aloud, or what you doing?
Read us a bedtime story, Dr. Irving.
Pretty please.
All right.
You can do it. Use
Let's
your
make
nice
some hot
soft
cocoa. We'll
voice.
put a little bit of a something in it, and we'll just all gather together and we'll just like be a lullaby, Dr. Irving.
I've got a couple of painkillers in me from the bite, so to help with the pain from the bite. So I'm like, okay, I'll read to you.
Excellent.
What's
Let me
Dr.
check.
Irving's place like though? Just kind of to help us get into it. Like what's your place like?
So did we not say that I have like a so think about
Pretty
what
sure
that
you have a reasonably nice
I
apartment.
I have a nice apartment. There's a little bit of a lab type air to it in the back corner, maybe in part of the bedroom. But it's an open space. We've got a small living room with an open kitchen, a little table to grab something to eat. But in my bedroom, there's a small lab to do.
And that's not really enticing for picking up chicks. Like you get back and you're like, okay, here I am, and then you get into your bedroom and there's a lab.
Well, see, now that sounds like what Dr. J had in the fridge on Cyberpunk Red, right? There's like, what is that about your personal spaces for
Oh,
your
it's
character? It's kind of creepy.
I do experiments.
You
I
are creepy.
In your bedroom? You do experiments in
Look,
your
we're not here
bedroom?
to kink shame, okay?
No, that's true. That's true. No kink shame. Sorry.
You go for it. Jars of girlfriends past. I'm sure it's very
Oh!
off-putting.
Oh!
Oh my. Okay.
Now it's getting Christmassy, yeah.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
I was going to strongly recommend that somebody with a good library use skill do the reading,
Oh
but
God.
y'all have the base skills. So,
Yeah.
Good trap.
Yeah.
all right. Well, in that case,
Science. Maybe no.
Dr.
No.
Irving, give it a
Yes.
read and give your library use a roll.
Okay, let's give the library use a roll. Okay. Oh, what do I say?
Ooh.
I want to call dibs on Dr. Irving's couch for sleeping. I'm not going in that bedroom. No way. No way, no how. Ain't happening. Mm-mm.
Right. You get the base reading. So,
Yeah.
in yes, in Sarah Hewitt's journal, it details that Anne was on the run from her mother and won't be stopping until she's 21 and an adult, which is in approximately 6 months from now. It also mentions that they discovered that the reason why Anne is on the run is that her mother had plans to get her a clandestine hysterectomy because that would cancel out her inheritance.
Mm-hmm.
They also discovered certain clues that lead them to New York, but also maybe to LA. They were a little sketchy on that. Apparently, Anne went to a number of clubs in New York and a couple in LA. Let's see. Finally, yes, they discovered some. They at least got a description of Marion's ring. So they gave a kind of a sketch of it, sort of, but it wasn't a really good one. But regardless, it kind of looks like this. This isn't
Oh.
the picture isn't as good as that.
Right.
Ooh, it's
Yeah.
an octopus.
It is.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh, that is
Oh.
cool.
So that's what you found. What would you all like to do next?
Does anyone have a good
Does anybody
appraise?
else want?
Oh, this is a sketch of it, right? It's not the real thing, right?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
sketch.
Okay.
You can try appraising it from the sketch, though.
Ooh.
I just have 5.
Yeah, I don't think I have
Same.
anything in that. Yeah.
Appraise? Let me just see what I've got.
Reed, do you have anything? Could have sworn if anybody had anything. No, you don't.
I've only got
No.
5.
No.
No. Got nothing.
Well,
Man.
anybody who wants to try it is welcome to roll it. Who
Who's
knows, you
feeling
might
lucky
get
today?
Go for it.
Anybody go
Well,
ahead.
yeah, somebody go ahead. I've already
Oh.
failed. So.
Please go. Whoever wants to try is welcome to go for it.
I'll give it a go.
E.
Nope.
It's a ring. It looks like a 50%.
I never would have known.
I'm just gonna press it just to see. Oh yeah, nobody knows anything. Nope, that's not such a great
Yep.
Yeah,
drawing.
it's not happening.
It's a ring, and yeah.
Octopus. It's a
yeah,
pussy ring.
We're just blaming the
Besides, it's very different thing.
drawing. We're like, it was a terrible drawing. If it was a better drawing, we would have known, obviously.
Honestly. It's not us, it's the drawing.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Oh, my cat just gave me a dirty look. I was just joking about the pussy ring, Debbie. I just kidding.
I'm just wondering whether Reed has used that as an excuse before. It's just a drawing.
No, if you want a pussy ring, I believe you can get some art of Georgia O'Keeffe's turned into a ring.
Hey.
Ooh.
Yeah,
But,
true.
Nice.
Yeah.
but nonetheless. So,
Yeah, yeah.
what would you
So,
like to do next?
so from the information, know that it's possible she's not. So we know she's not in Boston. So there's a possibility she's either in New York or LA. Am I correct?
Exactly.
Oh, guys,
Never been to LA.
Road trip.
road trip to LA.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Long road trip. Could take the train. Yeah,
What,
where
and
do we
leave
want to
Joe's
go?
car behind?
True. Oh, true. True. True.
Joe's
So where
filthy
does
rich. She'll get another car when we get there.
I can ship the car on the train.
Oh, that's true.
That's
True.
true.
That's true.
Very true.
Ooh.
It'd be all
It's not
sunny
my
and
first
hot.
rodeo.
We can wear those flowery shirts they wear often.
We could go to the
exotic
beach.
climate.
Go
The
surfing.
beach, huh?
Yes.
I've never seen the
I'm
sea.
sure I have a house out there, and I'm sure I have a speedboat,
Boston
probably.
Harbor.
Mhm.
Tony's
True,
just
I'm
kind of
super
excited
curious.
at the idea of being able to read on the train because he gets a little motion sick of the car.
We could maybe try and find Marlena Dietrich out there, or
So-
some other
so-
starlets.
Dr. Irving's going to look at everybody and say, "So we are just going to avoid going to the nearer city and just go to the city farthest away."
Have you
Yep,
not
let's
noticed
go
we're
to
not
the-
that kind of, focused on what's the most effective and efficient? Hedonism!
All right, so that's okay.
I
I
said,
just,
no, I guess
that's my character.
no, that makes sense though. We could go to New York or whatever, and is that the other city? And then it'd probably be a more direct train route to L.A. So
And it's not winter, so I suppose New York
yeah,
would be
it's
kinda
July.
cool.
Yeah, there'll be good parties in New York.
It'll be hot.
It could be very hot.
Oh yeah, it would be.
That could be fun.
Sweaty.
And then we can go to
Yep.
LA after that.
Yeah. Okay.
We could come film stars. Oh,
Mabel, you could totally be a film star. You could be in those cowboy movies.
Exactly, because I'm not going to look very good in a satin dress with peroxide hair, but I could be there on a horse.
That's it.
Pharmacy
Be
Jane
the dumb
Part 2.
sister. The Toofy Grin sister. Cool. All right then. So where are we at now? Are we in Boston? We're in Dr.
Yeah.
J's.
Boston, yes.
Yeah.
You're
We're in
Dr.
Boston.
J's in Boston.
Okay. Wow. Shall we get up the next day and then go off to New York? New York. I don't know that they'd named it twice.
Is there anything else we have to do here in Boston? Is there anyone else we need to talk to, guys?
I was just thinking that.
God, you're so practical.
We just don't want to have to drive back.
Are we worried about any fallout from what we left behind? Do we suspect that authorities might be in on it, or would they? I guess if they're not, they wouldn't be contacting them to try to. I don't know what they would say, like, "Oh no, they terrorized my zombie children." Like, I don't know if they'd really want to get others involved, but
Well,
is there anything
should-
that we have to worry about as loose ends in that regard in terms of official? Obviously, we have some angry village folk who have some unworldly associations, but other than that,
and we left what's her name, the contact there, didn't we? The one, she was left there. Or was she leaving? I can't
No,
remember.
the nurse had. We
Oh,
talked
they
to
were
the
leaving
nurse's
the nurse.
parents, and she had
Yeah.
left before, a couple days before,
Oh,
didn't
right.
she?
She left
Yeah,
a
we
couple
didn't get
days
to see
before.
her.
But we did
That's right,
find the
that's right.
journal and some
Right.
possessions of Ray. I'm sorry, I can't remember your character's name. What's your character's name?
Oh,
Yeah, your friend, right? We found some
Voucher.
stuff from your friend?
Voucher.
Oh yeah.
The hat. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, very important.
Yeah.
hat.
Yeah. The most
Was it-
important thing that we found.
Was it a hat? It was a hat, hey?
It was.
Yeah.
Did you
yeah,
check
yeah.
the hat
Like
to
a
see if
reed
there's
very
any notes or anything in the brim of the hat or on the liner of the hat or anything like that?
That's not a bad idea, actually.
Oh.
If I was gonna
Maybe
hide
use
something in my
the
hat,
liner.
I would do shit like that.
Yeah.
All right. Spot hidden, Reed. Go for it.
Okay. Oh, my spot hidden is not good. Woo. Let's do this.
I'll give you a bonus for like this being Thatcher's hat, and you're going to be extra careful. So give it another roll, or
Okay.
rather, hit the bonus penalty bar.
Okay.
Right on!
Oh.
Woohoo!
Ooh.
Excellent. You failed by only one, which
Burn some
means
luck,
I'm
burn
going
some
to
luck.
let you find it.
Okay.
Yes. You find a little card that says Chumley's.
A card that says what?
Chumley's.
Chumley's. Is that a
Chumley's,
restaurant or
C-H-U-M.
a club or a
Does that
hotel?
mean anything
Does that ring a bell
Chumley's.
for anybody?
Like a diner?
Yeah.
It does say 86. Oh crap! Let me look up the rest of the address.
Ooh.
Does it say that whole sentence?
Wow.
You have to turn the card
Right.
over, but yeah, it's there.
Yeah, PCI,
86 Bedford Street, New York City.
Oh.
Ooh, we now have a destination.
Nice.
Speaking of which, Tony, give me an education check. This is going to be I need a hard success.
For who? For
Okay.
everybody?
Think of
Or
something very rude there, but
Education.
everybody or just
Just Tony in this particular case.
just Tony?
Oh, it's at the top. I was looking at all the skills. Okay, clearly my education's not great, so I apologize. I couldn't even find it.
Oh, but you only failed by 4 points.
Use some luck, man.
Yeah, but she needs a hard success.
Oh yeah, that's right. Hard success.
Oh,
Yeah, that's right. You don't
that's
have
a
enough.
bummer.
Sorry, guys.
That's a bummer.
Nope.
oh, so near yet so.
Is there a phone number on that card? Can we call it?
There is not a phone number.
Okay.
You can definitely go research it.
So it's just the address. And it says Chumley's.
Does the
Yes.
font look any unusual way? Is it like stylized? Or...
Oh, that's a fantastic question. Yeah, everybody who's looking at the card can give me another education.
Let's take a look at that.
Oh.
Read?
Education.
Anybody got better than a regular success?
Education, you said, right?
Yes.
Education, yeah.
Okay, hang on.
In other words, knowledge.
We're passing the
Knowledge.
card around. Anybody? Anybody?
Hang on. There it is.
Did you say knowledge
Oh.
Education.
I failed badly.
or education?
Don't worry. Nothing bad will happen if you crit fail on your education.
No.
Maybe a headache. You might get a headache, but you're not that bad. However, between Reed and Sugar Joe, your best guess is that this is for a speakeasy.
Okay.
Speakeasy. Yes.
Sounds good.
Okay.
A New York speakeasy. Oh my god, that would be so exciting.
Oh.
This might end up being fun.
And if not, the worst that could happen is we'll get killed.
Oh, Debbie Downer. Ooh.
Hey,
Merry Christmas, everyone. Yeah.
all purpose.
You die and you die
TPK.
and you die.
TPK.
You're dead.
All right. Well, if we think we're heading here to New York, is there anything anybody wants to get ready or bring in particular before we head off? And would we like to take the train, or are we loading up or are we taking the car as well?
Well, I would think getting the car because it's actually not too far from Boston to New York.
Yeah, we'd probably
It's
drive.
really not.
And don't forget all the
Okay.
nice firearms and shit I have in my car and extra
Yeah,
clothing
That's
and
right.
whatnot. It's a little bit of
Yeah.
a Batmobile.
I just need to get my box. Well, not my box, but my little bag.
Tony will just take an hour before you guys head, and he just wants to pick up a new book and replace the socks and rope that he used as the to tie up the person. So he's back
Tony,
back prepared.
does Tony live? Tony, do you live in Boston? Do you have your own apartment that you go to and you can pack some clothes and freshen up, or what? Or where do you live? Do you live in Boston?
I don't think I actually put a place down. Let me see if I check. But if not, I've got a grooming bag with me, so like I'm pretty good wherever I go. But I like to have things prepared, so I have a change of clothes that I carry with me of like socks and underwear. So because I had to leave it in the mouth of some crazy person, I just want another spare pair of socks.
Yeah, but do you? But honestly, do you live here, or what do you think?
I'm just trying to check here. Let me see. Did I put?
Or do you live in New York City?
Not put a residence.
I did not put a residence, so I guess I can. Yeah, I guess I can. Where it would it be cheap to just say New York and give you guys a place to stay when we go there? Because we didn't know it was going to New York. Oh,
Yeah.
we've got a New Yorker. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
I guess who's the doctor? Where are you from?
I originally from Chicago, but I'm here living in Boston.
Okay. I'll say that I'm living in Boston as well because I know you. That's our connection. So
Right. That's right.
because I don't know if I would know you otherwise.
So Tony, do you have any weird smells coming from your bedroom?
A gentleman
Jesus
does not
Christ.
discuss such matters.
Oh.
He's probably got like a stick of like some sort of sandalwood pomade for his hair, and he's a little self-conscious. But that's probably
Well,
about it.
and probably a stack of explosives
And
somewhere.
mothballs, probably.
So before we go, I think what happened was I took some samples with regards to the bite. Can I
Mhm.
do a bit of
Sure. What you
science?
looking for?
To see. I'm trying to see whether there's any whether this is going. I think whether I'm going to get some kind of infection from it. So I'm looking for some kind of infectious.
Do you want us to put you down? Mabel, you're from the farm. You know how to do that, don't you?
I
There you go.
do. Just like if you just come here, I'll just hit you very hard on the back of the neck, and then we shoot you.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, Dr. Irving, give a pathology check, please.
Oh my God! I'm so glad you guys have my back.
Yeah.
We know you don't want to be a zombie. It's for your own good.
Oh, you got an extreme
Whoa.
success.
Wow.
Look at you go.
Right, that was unexpected.
I know,
yes.
eh? I didn't
Yes.
expect that either.
Yeah.
Great
Yes,
roll.
There's definitely something that you're pretty sure is going to cause a problem. You're not sure how soon it'll be before it finishes incubating, but
Oh,
there's going to be a problem.
zombie.
Mabel, here's a
Okay, I'm not
here's a
telling
club.
anyone. I'm not telling anyone in this stuff. They don't know any of this stuff. You guys don't know any of this stuff.
What, you don't want the courtesy of Mabel or Tony giving you the
Hey,
bullets
can we
to
do a
find?
psychology
Exactly.
roll as we're watching Dr. Irving do this? Can we do a psychology roll?
Oh, come on. Would you guys really be looking at me while I'm doing these tests?
Hell yeah, because it took you to the hospital to get the goddamn thing bandaged up, and I'm worried about that.
Okay,
And we
I'll
know
let-
what those
I'm
kids
watching
look
you.
like.
I'll let
Mother.
two of you attempt a psychology, and I'm going to need a hard success on this one.
All right, who's got high on psychology? I've
Oh.
got 42.
Sorry,
Oh,
I did
no,
one.
There you go. Sugar
only
Joe
got a
just did one.
Yeah, but I didn't get a.
Hey,
Oh, but I
I've got
I could
50.
I could pay 2 lux to get it to be a hard success, right?
Yes, you
Ooh.
could.
So someone else
Uh,
roll.
But who else is rolling?
I'll roll.
And yeah, two looks like the cheapest option here. So you're gonna burn through luck then.
You bet I'm burning 2 luck right now. I shall take my luck down to 57 and make that a hard success, por favor.
Excellent. Yeah, you can kind of see something on Dr. Irving's face, even though she's not saying anything.
mm.
Deal
You
with
mean
that
just
information as you will.
something growing, or just, or just bad news?
Just
I'm gonna lean into Dr. Irving and say, "Are you okay, Doc? You seem to have gone a little pale. Is that bite wound hurting you a little bit? Do you want me to maybe put some iodine or something on it and give you a little
Oh,
pat
that's
on the back?"
no, that's okay. I'm, still a bit sore from it, but I think that the private doctor, the private hospital we're at, did a good job of cleaning it out. Just need to keep an eye on it, make sure that there's no infection. That's all I have to.
Do you
I
want some
think
help
that's what
changing the
if I'm to
band aid?
Do you have medical training? Do you have first aid training?
I do from
I'm
my
one that
time
has. I have.
as an ambulance driver in the war, the Great War. Didn't you know that? I was an ambulance driver in the Great
I
War.
think
I
I've
could
got
assist
this.
you.
I appreciate it. If I have any problems tying up the bandages, I will let you know, and you can help me there. How's that?
Oh,
But I
Yes.
will be packing some stuff to deal with um, just to keep the wound clean and stuff on our trip.
Okay then. Hello?
Excellent.
did we hear this?
Uh,
Or was this a quiet conversation?
I'm going to say this is a quiet, in confidence conversation, unless Joe was being louder or Dr. Irving was.
Just screaming at each other in the room, yeah.
I know.
Oh yes, because nothing's more comforting than screaming. Are you okay?
Why do you seem so unsettled?
All right, so Tony is off to grab some new socks and rope because that's a perfectly legit combination.
Two different stores. I'm not a savage.
Right. Okay. Not shopping at the kink shop. Oh, good to know.
Or two different things, you know.
Reed, Mabel, what you doing?
Being excited that we're going to New York.
Well, I am excited. I'm thinking about.
So,
I need to get my little bag though from the boarding's house. You know, Mrs. Grimm's boarding house on 50th Street. Think we can go pick me up, drop me off, so I can get that? Get the
Depending
trolley
on
bus?
what Sugar Joe is doing, you might be able to get her to give you a ride.
Sugar Joe, can you give me a ride?
We'll
Before
be
we go
right
in?
back shortly.
yeah.
Pardon?
There's also plenty of mass transit around Boston at this time, so.
Yes. Well, I'm thinking I'll have to get the trolley bus then.
Clang, clang, clang.
But I do
Yeah,
think it's on its way.
Clang goes to trolley.
Yes, indeed, it does. Speaking of which, Tony, Mabel, are either of you going with somebody, or are you going alone?
I'm going alone unless somebody else is interested in picking up notions.
Notions. I'm going to be going on my own. I think.
Okay.
We could go together if you'd like. If I don't know if we're heading in the same direction, but
Nor do I, but we could say we are.
well, do you think there's any like department stores on the way to the
Yeah.
boarding house or nearby?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no, I try to get somewhere close to downtown, so we're not too far from downtown. So you should be able to get some notions.
All right.
sewing.
Well, then we'll take the try.
Okay, so we're going together. I got a friend.
Excellent.
I feel reassured now because I'm less worried that people will leave without me. And I won't.
Excellent. Joe, you back? I'll take that as a resounding no. Right. If Joe needs to do anything before y'all leave, she can make that happen. But, okay, Dr. Irving, after looking over the samples, are you packing anything else, or are you just going to chill until everybody's ready to go?
I'll just I'll pack some more. No, I'll just make sure my medical bag is stocked with disinfectant and some drugs. I think I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Great.
Tony is also picking up at the department store a couple sheets of carbon paper. If you'd use in a typewriter to duplicate a letter, or if you wanted to trace something.
Cool.
Nice.
Never know when that'll be handy. Great. If anybody has anything else to do, please speak up, because I'm planning on fast forwarding it to departure in the morning.
Is there a way of getting hit points back? Or
Today has been relatively restful, so yes, you can have a point back.
Oh, okay, cool. Looking less squishy. It's all good.
Yes, you just need to be careful with those doors there, damn it.
Oh, don't be using your elbow.
Yeah.
More sweat
yeah.
of it.
And who knows, you might be able to convince Dr. Irving to give you a look over. Unless you already had one, did you? I'm not recalling that you did.
No, can't. No, because Dr. Irving was in the hospital, right?
Right.
Great. Well,
in that
in that
could-
case,
Yeah.
I could give it a go, take a look, see how you're doing.
Yes, please.
right.
With no one else around now, Reed feels less self-conscious about it. They're like, yeah, no, I need help.
Well, I could do medicine or first aid.
no,
Nope.
it's too late
Nope.
for first aid, but you can do
Okay.
the medicine.
All right, let's
Nice.
try the medicine.
Thank you.
Where's my medicine at? My medicine's here.
Oh no.
It's
The
not
shock of
bad
finding
enough that
out
you've
that
made it
you're
worse,
Oh,
but you didn't make it better.
Sorry.
My God.
I will say that Dr. Irving takes a look at you, Reed, and just says, "Oh, cuts and scrapes. You'll heal on your own. It's
You'll be
fine."
fine. You'll be
Reed turns
fine.
around and just cries.
Here, have some painkillers.
Oh yeah. Trying to get poor Reed hooked on painkillers. I see how it is.
Okay.
Oh. Sorry about that.
They down all of them. They're like, yeah, great, cool.
Oh,
Nice.
All right. Well, I will say that, and it was Joe driving as opposed to putting her car on the train, right?
Yeah, driving.
Excellent. I will say that you make your way to New York City, and when Joe returns, we will retcon a couple of driving checks, but you will get there.
Sorry, guys. I'm back. Sorry. My daughter just needed her health care card, and I just had to dig it up for her. Sorry about that.
no problem.
Good. Well, did you want to do anything before you left Boston?
Me, Sugar Joe?
Yes.
I'm
you.
just keeping an eye on Dr. Irving
Excellent.
because I do not want to get bit in the face and die, and have Dr. Irving eat my brains. I'm still young, and I still have lots of plans.
Excellent.
But I did want to kind of say, though, if you don't mind, and I just want to kind of take Mabel aside and just let Mabel know that I have some concerns about Dr. Irvin. I'm worried about like getting some kind of weird rabies or something from that weird zombie child, and I'm don't really trust that Dr. Irvin's being out front with us about how severe it is, and we need to keep an eye on that shit. Maybe Mabel, you know, what I'm saying,
I'm
Mabel
all in there. I do think Dr. J's a bit,
acting weird, looking weird, and got that weird bite. She starts trying to like take a chunk of your brains. I don't know what
Oh.
we're gonna do.
You think we should just leave her here?
I think we don't let Dr.
Your
Irvin.
concern is just amazing.
I think we don't let Dr. Irvin sit behind us in the back seat or anything. Maybe we can keep an eye. Maybe you need to sit behind Dr. Irvin, and if Irvin does some kind of thing like trying to eat someone's face off, like in a not a fun way at a party, you
Got
need
him.
to
And I got that gun
club. Yeah, you got
up
like
there.
put it through. Put a knife or something through the brain, maybe. Just saying.
I'm with you, Joe.
Okay.
Oh my god.
You can
So
depend on me.
blithely about killing me.
I'm just saying when a dog has been bit by a rabbit skunk.
And when a heifer stops producing,
That's it. That's it. But I'm just gonna say to Sugar on the side. I think we should, when we get to New York City, just maybe as a side hustle for us, we find out if we talk to anybody that knows anything about the dark arts, maybe find out what that kid was and if there's a cure or something. Just so you know what I mean. Like maybe that should be a side hustle.
I heard about that voodoo stuff. That
That's what I was
voodoo
thinking.
they have in the south. Maybe they got people up here. I know where to get a chicken.
You know
And
what
I know how to keep a chicken.
Yeah, that's it. Maybe some kind of weird black magic or blood magic or something, that weird cult in that crappy little town we were at. But maybe there's someone in New York City, because there's people from all parts of the world in New York City can find us a cure to save Dr. Irving. Even though Dr. Irving, may not want our help, perhaps we can find someone to help her.
Gonna have to do it. And you know what? If it's those weird folks that we saw in that small town, snakes. So it gotta be snakes. We don't need a chicken, we need a snake.
We need a snake. Shit. It's always snakes, isn't it?
Right.
And anyone who knows that tongues.
Yes. Okay, so Mabel and I are going to be working the problem, I guess, through the whole journey and keeping an eye on Dr. Irvin, right, Mabel? We're working the problem.
We're working the problem. Yeah. I tap into
Excellent.
my inner tongues.
Yeah.
Joe, I'm going to need 2 drive checks from you.
Oh, well, isn't that how our first adventure almost ended before we got out of the driveway?
Exactly. Hard success. Well
There you go.
done.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Whoa!
Brum, brum, brum. Hang on to your hats.
I'm going to say that in betwixt you and Mabel conferring on how you're going to deal with this issue, everybody in the car is just deeply impressed with your driving
Thank you.
skills.
High five, Indy 500, here
Deeply.
I come.
Deeply impressed.
I feel the need for speed, motherfuckers.
Apparently. Yes. Anyway, you make it to New York City safely. Let me figure out where I put the map for that. There we go.
I'm sure Dr.
Oh,
J
oh,
tried
oh.
to lick me.
Can I ask a question? Since I'm the driver of the car and I rode really good, and I'm sure like there's radio stations and all that sort of stuff. So I'm going to pick the radio station for the drive down, and we're all going to sing along to "We Have No Bananas Today."
Oh, goddamn.
That's our song. I'm going to just keep flipping through the radio until we keep finding that song. And then whenever that song comes on, because it's a hit, I make you all sing it, or I pull over and threaten to make you walk.
Does anybody object to the forcible hootenanny?
We have no bananas today.
Hey. Dun,
I'd
dun,
rather not
dun.
walk, so I guess, yeah. Although Tony only seems to really join in when he sees her looking in the rearview mirror or turning over her shoulders. Yes, no bananas.
Give it a little bit of soul there, Tony. Come on. Little soul, come on.
Yeah, if you wanted to tell that Tony is not singing, I'm going to need a psychology or a spot hidden for that. But you're driving like a pro here, so I mean, how much bandwidth do you have to spare for that?
Yay. Ooh.
You're busy kicking butt.
Yeah.
Or making
definitely
odd
driving
gestures at
around
people that drive
potholes.
very slow. Move over, Grandma. Move over. We're going to New York City with all my friends.
New York City?
If you can make it there, you can make it anywhere, Tony.
Anywhere.
Excellent. Are you going directly to Chumley's?
Well, what would y'all like to do? What time of day is it once we get there?
Yeah.
I will say mid-afternoon. By the time everybody got everything like packed and got their butts out of bed, and I don't remember offhand who needs coffee, but whoever needed coffee and a donut was able to get that, and you finally got underway. So I'd say it's like 2:30.
Before we stop, if we see a newsstand or something, Tony just wants to grab a New York newspaper and just scan the headlines.
Well, that's
in
a
case
great
anything
idea.
catches his eye.
Excellent. I'm going to not even make you roll for it, but you don't see anything particularly outstanding. Though there's a hint that the newspaper at hand disapproves of some of the unionizing activity.
Typical.
Indeed. So, going to Chumley's, or are you going to someplace else first?
I can't say I usually visit these type of speakeasy places. You guys seem like you might be a little more familiar with that sort of crowd. Are we appropriately attired?
And will we be able to get any food? Because I'm sure by the end of this journey on just a donut and a coffee, I'm feeling a bit peckish.
Well, maybe what we can do is hit a diner and talk about what we want to do. Should we wait? Should we wait for?
That sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, because a speakeasy in the middle of the day, probably not. Maybe at nighttime.
Yeah, there's probably more people there, but I mean, like, okay, so let's plan about what are we going to do. Are we going to ask about? It was David, right? Was it the hat? Was David's?
Thatcher.
Thatcher. Sorry. Do
Yeah.
we talk about Thatcher? What are we looking for? That kind of stuff. So maybe if we made some plans, we might not end up being bitten by zombie children.
Well, Reed is the person
That's
that
why we're
lives here,
watching you.
right? Is Reed the only one that lives in New York? So should we stop by Reed's and kind of? Are we gonna stay at Reed's or where are we gonna stay?
You could stay at mine, yeah. I mean, they have like a little apartment, but there's enough room like on the sofa and stuff. So.
And do you have any weird
It's
smells
nothing
coming from your
fancy.
bathroom or your bedroom? No experiments or anything?
We all have smells from the bathroom.
Yeah, that's true.
Any like
Speakeasy for
weird
that.
bottles? Specimen bottles?
Maybe some beer bottles, but that's about it.
Well, and Reed, you know the place, you know the area,
Yeah.
you know New York. What can you
Sure,
tell us about?
Yeah. It's better at night. Reed's only used to it at night. They've never seen it during the day before.
I love it, Reed. Okay. Obvious.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna go find out about Reed's friend Thatcher, I mean, Reed, maybe you wanna, role playing out, I guess. Let us know a little bit more about Thatcher, about the kind of person they were, what they did, what they like to hang out. Do you know of any friends that might, just so if we're gonna go to this Chumley's to ask about Thatcher, the rest of us know nothing about them. We don't even really know what they look like. Do you have a picture at your place or something?
Yeah, I think Reed would be like, "Come on, let's go down to my apartment. I'll show you," because they're excited to show you their photo album, because they are a photographer, of all their pictures of their adventures, their many adventures with Thatcher, and their little ragtag group of activists. So when you get in, there's obviously photos all over the walls, and they're putting them out to you, and they crack open all the albums, photo albums and stuff, going through them. And they're telling you wild stories about how they'd go on adventures with Thatcher, trying to protest and getting in jail quite a lot for protesting, and all around being troublemakers, but also doing some anthropology stuff and helping people out. And it turns out Thatcher has a penchant for whiskey, hence the speakeasy, and they spent more time at the speakeasy than anywhere else. And it was very common to find them passed out on the floor of said speakeasy. You know, hence why Reed only knows New York at night. You know, they got to fuel themselves with energy somehow. And it may or may not have been drinking other things. So they're pretty sure that everyone at the speakeasy knows Thatcher quite well because he was a regular.
Yes, but which speakeasy?
Any of them. All of them.
All of them. All of
Cut
them.
them out.
There's literally hundreds. I mean,
Okay.
not in like 1920, but you know, I'll give you as many as like 5 that Thatcher could
Okay.
be a regular,
Alright.
could have been a regular for.
Couple in Manhattan, and a couple at the Bronx, and then he did go to Chumley's a couple of times, but not as much as the others. He still knows at least 2 people that work there.
And what we're looking for is the connection between Thatcher and Anna Hewitt. I know. Yeah.
Yeah. All Reed knows is that Thatcher told Reed that they were going on a new adventure, and that Reed doesn't need to come along this time.
Okay.
So they were, and they knew the name, but that was it. So they're still not sure about that one.
Right, Reed, give me a luck check, if you will.
Whoa, okay. Ooh, nope.
Thatcher may have known some people that work over at Chumley's, but you were too busy picking them off the floor.
Sounds about right. Damn it. Should have gone to one in Manhattan. Damn it.
Excellent. Did you all want to do anything in particular, or just go to Chumley's once it's late enough?
I would like to. Well, Reed knows everything, so I would like to take Reed just aside, and maybe with Mabel, and just take Reed aside and say, "Do you know of any place in New York City that we could just, maybe check out? That like those zombie kids were a little bit weird, and do you know any place like alternative medicine type place where we could maybe go ask about those zombie kids, and then maybe find out if Dr. Irvin's bite is gonna be okay. I'm a dog with a bone. I'm going to keep harking on this."
Yeah. I think Reed kind of nods slowly, and is just looking at the doctor like a little worried. And is like, "I might know one place that I may have stumbled into drunk once, and saw that they had rituals going on, and thought I'd try it because Reed is very much into karma and very spiritual and superstitious. But they were too drunk to follow what was going on. So they might be able to retrace their steps to that one little place that they stumbled into that one time."
All right. Give me a luck check since you're mentioning how drunk you were.
Oh. Damn it, Reed, why can't you be sober?
Oh,
Oh,
Shit.
that's not cool.
that's not good.
That's
No.
not
They might have
cool.
contact.
But they have phone books,
Uh,
don't they? They have phone books for New York City back then, right?
They do. They don't have phone numbers, but they did have like a directory of like what businesses are around. So yes, you can totally look into that.
Okay, yeah. Well, it wouldn't be registered as like a, you know, it'd be registered as like maybe alternative medicine or something.
Well, do you
So we can
remember?
look under that.
Can you if you don't remember exactly what it was, can you trace your steps back? I mean, do you have a normal, usual watering hole that you would stumble to and back from? Is that? Do you think we can? I don't know.
I'm going to say those 5 speakeasies. You can easily go visit the area around all 5 of them and see if like anything like jogs Reed's memory.
Yeah, let's do that because they would have been so drunk that they wouldn't have been able to walk too far, so it would have been quite close. Let's do that. Maybe with the promise of a drink.
Well, it's the
Reed,
afternoon,
I'm
so it's
gonna-
not too early to have a little refreshment, a little
Oh,
lemonade.
Not
no.
the slightest.
It's
No,
July.
This is the 20s too.
Yeah.
Well,
not
you're
worried
in New
about when
York,
you drink.
so maybe a Long Island iced tea.
Yes.
Hmm.
And Mabel, they have lots of good beer here too.
Beer. But they
Yeah.
have lots of good beer.
Yeah, they have lots of different breweries here. Way more than Boston or I would imagine your home state. There's going to be all different. Oh my God! Have you ever had a
Isn't it
proper Doubt
Prohibition?
Stout or
Why, yes.
I know, but I
But
mean it's a
I wouldn't
speakeasy.
be doubtful that I would not be doubtful that there are tons upon tons of microbrews in New York City at this time, just
Yeah.
because they're just trying to keep their operation from alerting the authorities.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, you could probably get an Irish
I'm all in
coffee
for
in a
the
cafe
beer.
somewhere.
For that Long Island drink.
Yeah,
Sounds
Dr.
good.
Irving, give me a power check, please.
He's scared now.
Okay, power.
We're not picking on you, really, honestly, but it's your own fault for getting bit by a goddamn zombie.
No.
Dream success.
Whoa!
Oh,
Amazing.
nice.
That's zombie power.
I was gonna say, do we want her to have power?
Yeah.
What kind of power
Yes,
is this?
all I can say is you feel a little odd. Roll me a d3, please.
Uh oh.
Okay, hang on. A D3. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, you had the D3 here. Okay.
I got a great new slogan for you, Dr. J, for your merch. Dr. J says, "No way." Just a
But
thought.
other than a little bit odd, you feel perfectly fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Fine.
All right, so Reed, give me another luck. We will go to
Okay.
speakeasy number 1.
Ooh, okay, come on.
You can do it. You
Please
can do
work.
it. Yeah, you did it.
Okay, that'll do. That'll do.
Woo.
That'll do.
Excellent.
Hang on.
Yes. You take everybody in. You get them. Everybody only gets a drink because A, it's early, and B, this is more of a we need some kind of an occult type shop or alternative medicine place.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I will say that was indeed the speakeasy that you were drunk from, and somehow
Hey.
you managed to stumble across the shop. And you can tell us what flavor of shop was it? Was it alternative medicine? If so, what kind? Or if it was more of an occult shop?
Occult. Definitely occult. Ghosts and stuff. Because Reed's very superstitious. So, seances and all that kind of jazz. With creepy,
Excellent.
stuff in the window so you know where you're at. Yeah.
Great. I'm going to say it's this shop, in fact.
Ooh.
Wow,
Spooky.
that's a pretty big shop.
Whoa.
Is it all occult?
You want to see the basement?
Yes,
When-
I was
when he
going
gets-
to say that at the time that Reed stumbled on into said shop, they ended up going around, staggering through the shop, and going to the ritual room and back.
Yep.
Wow.
Wow.
It was late enough that nobody was like really like at the front, and I don't know. Maybe somebody left the door unlocked. Maybe Reed's got some impressive lockpicking skills, but only when they're drunk. Only that
Maybe they're out
time.
those pre-shop.
Well, Tony right away is just looking to see if there's any bookshelves or books, and if there is, he right away would just be veering away from the group and drawn to them.
Okay. This long item, long set of shelves here. It's books on both sides of that. These shelves over here, they're more of like little like, you've got your assorted tarot cards and stones and stuff like that. But the books, they're over here. I'm going to say
Beauty.
you see a curtained off area over here, but pretty much I'll say that you're glued to the new books on these shelves.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Are you looking for anything in particular, or are you just looking?
Well, I'm looking. I'm not super thrilled about the idea of zombie type children, so I guess I'm looking at anything that would give a context to that, either like living dead, undead, or we saw the ring, but I have no reason to think there's anything too weird about that other than it just being a ring. So unless I were to see that specific shape or image, I would mostly be looking for like trying to understand why the children were dead and alive.
All right. Give me a library use check.
He wishes he was so much better. Come on.
I'm sure you all do.
Yes. Let's skills. No.
Oh, that's
Just so
Um,
overwhelmed by all the books.
No, there's just a lot of books. For amusement value, you end up in the tarot reading section.
Gotcha. Yeah, you guys know where he is. He'll be busy. Whatever you're doing, if you need him, come grab him. He's totally absorbed.
While you're there, just try and guess our fates, please. Be nice to have a heads up.
Meanwhile, as the rest of you are looking around, and why is Dr. Jennifer's token so much smaller? Let's fix that. That's better.
Trying to avoid any attention. Everybody's planning my death.
We're only looking after your best interests.
I'm planning my death. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Anyway, you see a man at the counter. It's like, hello, welcome to Myth and Magic. Can I help you with anything?
Yes. My friends and I have a specific interest in the undead. Do you have anything around that?
Not in a weird way.
He lifts an eyebrow. What exactly do
I
you
go
mean
in.
by the undead?
Oh, anything.
Do you want to know about the vampires of Rhode Island?
There's vampires, of course. I'm like a scientist, but I'm like, no. I'm thinking more of people who've died and who've come back.
I see. I am not sure that I really can help you that much. Let me.
We've been investigating some missing people, and we've come across some stories about a village just outside of Boston that had a case of undead. I know it sounds very far-fetched, but
It really does.
it does. I know it does, but there's been some very strong eyewitness accounts.
I see. Fascinating. Right. Give me a persuade, please.
Right, persuade. Oh, yes.
You were quite
Oh, you're
persuasive.
kidding me.
Nice.
Fucking hell.
Wow, look at that.
Don't forget
It's
to give
that
yourself
zombie
a
power.
check there.
Oh, yeah.
Zombie power.
Let's see, you're. Oh, wait, I should have put that on for both. Since yours is a slightly better success than theirs, I'm going to say that he'll beckon you over and speak quietly and let the rest of the everybody else continue browsing.
Okay. Okay. So, yeah.
Yeah, I've actually heard a couple of things. You talking about a little town in Connecticut, perhaps?
Yes. Yes.
I've heard about that. I've also heard that some friends of mine were going to look into that situation because we don't want it to spread.
Right. What's the concern of it spreading?
Um,
Oh, boy.
can you rephrase that question?
Sorry. When you mean by spreading, what do you mean by that?
Well, we've heard that it could be contagious.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Sugar
my,
Joe's gonna
that
elbow
seems
Mabel
like-
to make sure Mabel's paying attention to this shit.
Actually,
You guys are way, go away, go away.
Yeah, the rest
we're
of you,
not.
I'm gonna need listen checks if you want to overhear.
Okay.
Hell yeah! Where's my
I want to
goddamn?
overhear.
Ooh, I
Oh,
got a
shit.
success. Hell
God
yeah!
damn it.
Joe is.
No,
Joe is
I'm gonna
unhappy.
die. I'm not hearing that Dr. J's a zombie and gonna kill us all.
Don't worry,
Just
don't
do it,
worry.
and I'm gonna become a zombie.
So,
If
so I'm like,
if I overhear this, I'm still elbowing Mabel to pay attention.
I will say
Trying.
that if indeed you elbow Mabel, Mabel will also be listening in.
Thank you.
so I'm saying, so I said, okay, so there's a concern it may be spreading. Sorry, it's contagious. Are there any hopes for people who, because like some of the eyewitness accounts that we came across indicated some of the children were bitten. So we're trying to locate any possible ways of helping, assisting in this matter.
It's a thing. We're not entirely sure in what way it's contagious, or even if it is actually. My associates won't be able to look into the situation until early next week.
So, so, and so you're okay. So I'm trying to figure two things out here. Trying to figure out what information he might what. So I'm curious to see then if you have any kind of books on the matter then that we perhaps can do some research on, but as well, sounds like you have associates and our associates and the people we are um, friends with may have similar interests. I'm wondering if perhaps they may have cross paths. Is there? Can we mention some names, perhaps? And are you comfortable with perhaps seeing if there's been any connections between the two that we can help each other in?
Perhaps. Well, let's hear the names first.
Thatcher. The other names.
Sarah Hewitt.
Sarah Hewitt. But wasn't there another person? Was there not
Uh,
three?
No, there was two.
Just two? Okay. So Sarah Hewitt and Thatcher.
I'm afraid I can't say that I've actually heard those names before.
Well,
And as for books, they're pretty advanced. Are any of you and yours practitioners?
Oh, I think Sugar Joe would step up a little bit. If you don't mind, just lean in. Practitioners, you say? I have a little bit in occult. I don't know if anyone else has a lot in occult. I have 35 in occult. Anybody else have anything?
Cult.
I don't believe so.
Oh no, you beat me.
I've traveled around the world somewhat, my friend, and I've seen many things. What art in particular or tradition are you specifically meaning practitioner for?
He gives you a look up and down. Are you one of Blavatsky's late acolytes? Pick an answer.
I know, I'm like, will Joe lie? Because Joe doesn't know what the fuck that is. Or can I do an education roll to see if I know what that is, if I've heard of it? Or,
Is it Helene? I think it's Helene Blavatsky. She kind of brought a lot of like occult stuff with a big side of racism to the States. She was also a serious ass grifter. But nonetheless, I'm going to say, Joe, just pick an answer, yes or no. And whether or not you choose to share it with the shopkeeper, that's another thing. But is that where you learned your occult stuff?
well, I think I put in my backstory, I learned it because Joe did travel around the world a lot. And saw a lot of different.
So more of it is from the sources rather than the weird distilled stuff. So, right, what answer are you going to give to this person then?
But I'm just wondering, can I do an education check to see if I recognize that
Sure.
name?
Absolutely.
Just.
Yeah, I'm going to say yes. You
fail.
recognize the name. You just don't know too terribly much about her.
I'm going to be honest and say no. Then I'm going to be honest because my fast talk is shitty.
He just gives you another look. That's quite a relief. If you were one of hers, I really wouldn't be willing to share much. But yes, it would probably be best for you to meet with some of my friends before they depart. Be willing to return here tomorrow evening.
Yes, if you don't mind. In fact, we need some aid because, and we'll look at Dr. Irving in such a way and say, we've encountered some undead, and unfortunately, we think someone was hurt, and we want to make sure that they are going to again look at Dr. J, that they are safe from harm. So the sooner we can meet with your friend, just to ascertain if our friend is safe from harm.
Are you being glancing at Dr. J
there? Not very subtle at all.
I was gonna say, how subtle.
Subtle at fucking all.
He pales a little bit. And, did you encounter one of these?
Joe's gonna lean forward on the counter and said,
Dr. Jennifer.
Oh, sorry. I'm talking to Dr. J, sorry.
Dr. Jennifer?
Yes. Did you encounter one of these?
We did. Yes, we did. We had some interactions.
More than one.
Unfortunately.
More than one.
I see. Were you?
You're the one that left us, abandoned us.
I would had to go take a shit, okay? It's not my problem that I am a fast shitter. I have
You
lots
were
of fiber in my fucking diet.
You
Hello.
had been there when we needed you.
I was there when you needed me. I broke down that fucking door and got you the fuck out of there. Show the man your wound.
Are you
rest of us did
sharing
that?
this in front of the shopkeeper? Here?
Why not? Why not? I don't know. Yeah, why not? Why not?
Yes.
Why not?
Come on.
It's funny.
Were any of your people bitten, scratched, or got any of the undead's fluids on them or in them?
And we all look at Dr. J. We all turn.
And I put
You
up
might
my
as well.
hand
You might
and
as well show him. Show him to show
I
him.
show him my arm.
I see.
Things go to hell in the hand basket.
Merry Christmas, see Hank.
You should
All your
keep an
friends are
eye
assholes.
Actually, how are you presenting today, Dr. Irving? And give me passing for a man check, if you will.
Passing for a man check. Okay, hang on.
It's under additional skills all the way at the bottom of the second
Okay.
column.
Are you trying to
Okay.
pass this man right now? Are you, Dr. J?
Uh,
I didn't think you really did. I think that was more me and Mabel's thing. But do you? Are you a cross-dresser?
I guess I would be trying to get as much cachet in this discussion. If I felt that this guy was going to take me more seriously as a man, I certainly wouldn't dissuade him of the notion. Let's just say, how's that?
Right. Just give it a roll, please.
Ah, fuck me.
Yeah, your boobs are too big. Your boobs are too big. You should have bound them up and let those boobs hang out the way they are on a July hot summer day.
We don't know the consequences.
You know, can we?
It could
We should roll to see how
be
big
that it's
Dr.
better
J's
to be
boobs
a
are.
woman because you. Let's just.
Lucian just looks at all of you and it's like, you really need to keep an eye on her. Make sure she's okay. And be prepared to restrain her if needed.
Toadie's got the rope.
Get the rope.
Toadie.
Yep.
Show time. Time to shine.
He's busy reading about tarot. He's missing this whole thing.
How long do you think we have? Is this a quick acting kind of effect, do you think?
Now listen, it was cleaned right away. It was looked at by a doctor. I'm sure it's going to be fine.
Hey, can we have a fast talk roll on that, Keeper? Because somebody... I'll do a psychology check on whatever you're saying. Or can I do a psychology check?
Absolutely, go for it.
Because someone's fucking lying. Out of character.
Yes, failed. You can go fuck yourself.
Well, you should do a fast talk to see if anyone else believes that shit. God damn it.
All right, sorry.
Because you have that.
I can.
Yeah, because you know that you're not okay, right?
Hang on. Let's Jaden take control of this
that's
conversation.
True. That's true. Sorry.
Sorry, Jaden.
I think
Sorry,
we'll
Jaden.
call for I will go with either fast talk or persuade on this one, but all I can say is unless you catastrophically fail, Joe's gonna believe you. I take it your fast talk is worse?
Oh, my fast talk is so much worse. I can intimidate. I'm good at intimidating.
Oh, well, keep that in mind in the future then.
Sorry.
Right.
Anyway.
Now, did the shopkeeper, he introduced himself, his name's Joe?
Lucian.
Lucian, sorry. Sorry about that. Okay.
In fact,
I forgot. The deception was in part.
As I said, I personally don't know too much. However, my associates will be here tomorrow evening, and they would be very interested in talking to all of you before they take their trip to Connecticut.
Okay.
If Joe could lean forward and just pull out a $5 bill and say, "This is for your time and trouble, and we appreciate it. And I will spare no expense to see that my friend here is healed, and I am grateful for any help you and your comrades or
Or
colleagues
put out of her misery. If anything
can
should
give
happen.
us, and bringing our dear friend, who is also a healer, back to full health." Sincerely, my friend, and slide that across the counter. And then look at Dr.
What?
J and say, "Don't worry, we're going to fix you."
Yeah. And I look and I say, I know what you mean by fix me.
Well, Dr. J, you know how important you are to me and to Mabel and to all of us. We would be lost without you, dear friend.
Yes.
I
So
very much appreciate that. He sticks a hand out to shake your hand.
whose
Mm.
hand? Mine or Joe's?
Joe's.
He's gonna touch the
one
zombie
who
hand.
Just give him money.
Yeah.
No. He's at. He actually shrunk back a little bit when you showed the vantage to bite. So no way in hell is he going to be shaking your hand, Dr. J.
That went south very quickly.
And you, good sir, what's your name?
I am Joe Carsons. I'm not sure if you heard of my family or not, but yes, Joe Carsons of the Standard Oil. Carstairs, yes.
Hey, I could have sworn that family had a daughter, not a son, but it's fabulous to make your acquaintance.
Fabulous to make yours as well. I'm sure we will be able to help each other quite a lot. It's good to meet new friends.
Certainly. Great. Yes.
So we'll come, yeah, tomorrow.
Say, 6:30.
We will. Thank you so much for your aid. You are the answer to our prayers. Thank you.
Indeed. And do any of your associates want to buy anything? He kind of cranes his head and kind of notices Tony with his nose buried in a book.
Well,
Yeah. I think Tony will lift up the book that he's been having a look at, and ask, this is pretty good. I'd be interested in this one, self mastery through conscious auto suggestion. Do you have anything else on self suggestion or hypnotism?
Yes. Right over here. He comes around and beckons you over and points you to a couple of titles. I'm gonna say at least several you've already seen.
Tony looks through carefully, hoping he'd find something new, but not seeing it, he just grabs the original one he was reading, Self Mastery, and he sees a small, more like a pamphlet on tarot. He's not super interested in tarot, but he does like to collect his knowledge. So he brings both of those pieces to the counter and asks Lucian if he could purchase those.
Excellent. Yes. You pay for that? Mabel, Reed? Are you
Reed.
Well,
acquiring
how
anything?
how much is it? Now you're scaring me.
It's not that much.
Oh, I can pay for it. That's all right.
Oh, how is your spending level only 50 cents? How broke are you? Why is your credit rating 0?
I don't know. Let me see.
Right.
I was trying to keep notes, so sorry about that. Let me go back to
I
my...
appreciate the note taking, but yes. Apparently, I'll be needing to go through your character sheet with a fine-tooth comb then.
I'm sorry. I thought I had everything up to snuff here.
Yeah. I will look that over in detail, but I'm going to say that it's something that you can afford, and yeah, as needed, I will be pestering you over the next couple of weeks before the next session if anything on your sheet needs to change.
Yeah, certainly. Even after the game, just let me know if there's anything you want me to have a look at. We can chat about that.
Oh, well, this is mostly going to be me like going through everything and figuring out where what I will need is a list of your actually no, it should be in the book of your occupational skills.
Yes, I had added those in. Okay, I'll make a note of those for you. Okay. Sorry for the diversion, guys.
Well, to be fair, it is on brand for someone who's obsessed with books to run out of money that quick. That's about right. very, very to the character, yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Right.
So,
So
Mabel?
Mabel?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just going to say, I'm kind of a bit intrigued as I go around with some of the titles, you know, demonology and different things like that in this occult book, and I'm kind of like, whoa, okay.
There would not be demonology books like right out in the open though.
Well, but to
There'd
someone
be
who's
like
from a
ghosts and whatnot.
small
certainly.
town in the middle of nowhere, this is all evil. Evil books that grandma told me never to read, and I should just carry the Bible. Anywho, but I'm kind of wandering around, but I've kind of saw like something with you know, I'm interested in these like little statues, and there's a statue with a woman creature with big boobies, which is fascinating me. 'Cause I kind of haven't been
Can't imagine
exposed
why.
to statues of women with big boobies.
Like
kind of
bigger
thing,
than
so-
Dr. J's?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, this is almost utter like, but you know, so
Right up your
I'm
street.
gonna. Yeah. Well, are we talking just standard set or more than 2?
I think there's more than 2. When I look
Uh,
about the thing's got like 6 arms and a few boobies, so.
Oh, I
Sounds
was actually going to give you something else. Let me get
I'm
the correct.
open to it as long as it's not you know, like a sexually transmitted infection or zombie.
Yeah, no. Here. Look. And apparently this is not giving me a proper spelling because it sucks. Hang on just one second. I wasn't really expecting this, but since you asked.
I was going to say you probably weren't
God.
expecting half of this stuff.
Yeah, well, if you're
I
all
wasn't
interested
expecting
in the
Dr. J to have big boobs, to be honest. That was a surprise. I always thought they were a little smaller chested than that.
Here, y'all got Google, so here, put that into your Google search and look at pictures.
Ooh, yay! Is this 18 plus pictures? Because my mental maturity is only
Whoa.
15.
Whoa.
Yes, so you two can see exactly.
Ooh,
Wow!
yeah.
Oh
That's
my God, that is
impressive.
a lot of boobs. Holy
Yeah.
Oh
smokes!
my!
How many boobs
Yeah.
are there? There's so many
a lot.
boobs.
See, and in my mind, I'm thinking,
Wow.
whoa, if I ever go back home, this would take some showing to people. It could be fun to shock the rallies, the old grannies.
Wow! She's like a party all by herself.
Yes.
Mhm.
Right, Mabel, would you like to pick up
Temple of
something
Artemis.
about, or possibly even acquire that statue?
Yeah, I'm gonna get that because I'm just gonna keep in my back pocket that I ever have to go home. As I say, it's one of those little curios that is bound to shock folks. And I like shocking people back home.
Can you imagine what kind of sports bra this lady would have to wear?
Oh, I know.
Damn.
Right. It's actually pretty expensive, but you can afford it. It's actually pretty much will take up your day's spending, so it's $10.
Hey, that's a lot of money back in them days.
Yes. This sort of statuary isn't well distributed.
Pornographic.
Well, I'm kind of once I'm told the price tag, I'm gonna go yeah, really, really interesting.
I just
Let me just keep looking.
It's-
Mabel,
Yeah.
give me a dexterity check.
Oh shit.
Am I gonna shoplift it? Is that what I'm gonna do?
No,
might drop it.
No,
Mabel wouldn't
this
steal
is
it.
right as you find exactly what the price is.
All right, hold on a minute.
That's sleight of hand, or what is that?
I have to say, I searched it and put the image and the image address into my chat, and Icy Rain said, "Wow, that is a lot."
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Icy.
Dexterity. Dexterity.
So,
Where
yes,
are you?
top of the sheet. There you.
Oh.
How can I have such a terrible failure? Oh my golly.
Oh.
That's just
How
bad.
big is this
That's
book?
Well,
That's
maybe the boobs
bad.
shook you up. Like, that's a lot of boobs,
know.
man. That would be shaking me
Read,
up
I thought this
too.
was dexterity, like you can imagine meeting a lady like this and going, how am I going to manage this? Anyway, go on.
No, like that's intimidating.
Right, Mabel, you kind of drop the
it.
statue.
You're going to make me drop it.
Reed, I'm going to give you a chance to catch it, so dexterity check from you.
Catch the boobs, Reed.
Ooh, okay.
Catch the boobies. Yay! It's more than a mouthful.
Nice.
Yes. Raid, you make a save and put the statue back and maybe
Wow.
give a little glare at Mabel for like trying to break stuff in the store.
At this moment, I'm so indebted to you. I love you, Reed, because, yeah, that was a bit expensive. I mean, oof, $10.
Yeah, they both
That's a
like
lot
wipe the
of
sweat off their
cash.
brow. Like, oh god.
Anyway, is there anything else I can help you all with?
Actually, yeah. Kind of worried about Dr. J's state. So, have you got any tea leaf reading kit or anything? Because I kind of want to know our fate at the moment. It'd be nice to have a heads up about if any of us are gonna die.
Right over here. Right over here.
You're all making plans about my death here.
He shows you like various and sundry pamphlets about tea leaf reading and a little set with its own specialty teacups.
Nice. Yeah, Reed's eyes light up because they know their luck's been a bit shit recently. So ask if there's any totems or anything for good luck. Any of the Turkish eyes or anything going on to keep bad spirits away that they can just cover themselves in just in case.
That's a good idea.
Yes, they show you various and sundry charms. I will say that the tea leaf reading set with the little specialty cups is kind of pricey, but like the basic pamphlets are not, nor are the totems.
I'm imagining at this point Reed's like picking it all up in their arms, comically like too much in their arms, and looking at Joe like, please. Please.
You know what?
We can get.
Reed, I think that's a damn good idea. Maybe we should get one for everybody, especially maybe a really super big one for Dr. J.
Yeah.
Should we get a big one? Dr. J? Yeah?
That's
I
a good idea.
see. Excellent.
Sure. I'll pull up my wallet and I'll say, hey, Mabel, did you want that big boob lady thing? Because, let me get it for you. You look mighty attracted to it. You want it?
Oh my God.
I'll get it for you. A little stocking stuffer for the
Mabel?
4th of July celebration. Sure, throw that in the
Mabel.
bag, Lucius, or whatever your name
Joe's
is.
buying you the boob.
Huh?
boob
I know. I'm a bit in shock
Yeah.
though because I'm still like, that's $10. That's
Yeah, no worries.
$10.
But I
Takes me
really
a
like.
month to
But I
earn
really, Reed, I
$10.
really like what this good luck thing. I think, and takes a quick look at Dr. J. We might need some of that.
Maybe we could do it as one of those rubbing stones. Just rub a boobie.
I think that would bring us good luck.
For other
Yeah,
purposes.
so do I. We could have it as a mascot. Sugar Joe, like, thank you very much. This means a lot for me, and I'm never gonna let this go. It'll be with me forever. I'll be buried with it.
You're welcome, my friend.
Not long then.
You are welcome. I'm just wondering, is there anything you think in here to the gentleman that you think would slow down the progress of whatever it is that Dr. J's got and a point kind of to the wound kind of area? Is it, you got anything, ointment or anything, or even any kind of artifact that you think would have magical properties that would help slow that thing down there? You know what I'm saying?
Unfortunately, I do not. And as I said, my associates will be here tomorrow night.
Okay.
Make sure you bring your friend with you.
Yes.
Whether she wants to or not.
Yes.
We're gonna hog tie you.
Yes.
Better
Bring you
alive.
down. No use wiggling.
Yes. Joe will open up her wallet and
What?
pay whatever needs to be paid.
What they gonna
Oh,
do?
and can Joe actually buy a nice tarot card pack for Tony, please, too? And maybe that book
Oh,
that Tony was looking
absolutely.
at, if Tony didn't have enough money.
Certainly, yes. $20 later, you've got all the totems, tea leaf reading, tarot cards, and other stuff that you can desire.
Nice.
Happy
Can I
4th of
improve my luck
July,
at all or
everybody.
not?
Can you improve your what?
Can we improve our luck now that we're wearing charms that's supposedly lucky?
Oddly enough, no. Let's
But
try though.
in character, we might believe it, though, right? In character, we may believe this.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Feeling
Yeah.
lucky.
Reed believes in like fate and stuff.
Yes, in character, you totally feel way luckier.
Yeah. Nice.
So we have the statue, we have the books, we have the pack of tarot cards, and the everybody has some sort of charm.
Yeah, and tea
Yep.
leaf reading set as well.
What was the last bit?
The tea leaf reading set,
Tea-
so we can
Excellent. Okay.
have a forecast of our future a little bit.
But we still have a zombie in our midst.
Yeah, maybe we should make Dr. J walk in front.
The whole set.
You've got kind of feverish glow about you there, Dr. J.
Okay, I'm looking on
All
Dr.
that power.
Dr. J's Twitch channel. If you're not watching Dr. J's, aka C Hex, and she has her fist in the camera. She got her fist punched up. She ready to punch our lights out. Dr. J is pissed.
I was gonna pick up my cane, and who said that to me or ever? I might just look at Joe and say, "I am perfectly fine." Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
denial is the first stage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of which, Dr. J, give me another
Oh fuck me.
power check, please.
Ooh. You're feeling the power.
Hmm.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
No power.
Oh, yes.
That bad?
Roll a d6, please.
Ah, son of a bitch.
I
All
just
right,
want to say,
D6.
Dr. J, that I would say that Reed and Tony's brains look a lot more tastier than mine.
Yeah.
if you can catch us.
Yeah, you're feeling a little bit weird. You're not entirely sure if it's because everybody is like staring at you, looking concerned, or if you're worried about Tony standing so close and you know he's got a rope on him.
All right.
However, it's just past 2 my time, and approximately halfway, so I was thinking a bio break would be great.
That'd be
Oh,
fabulous.
sounds good.
Yeah.
Everybody, let's take 5. Yes, feel free to sing as you will.
It's because that's a jazz standard. Every time you say it, I think of that song.
All right.
Yep.
Andrea.
Hi.
Hello.
Vicky's
Be
back.
sure to update your. Oh, cool. Be sure to update your sheet on all the exciting stuff that you got at the store here.
Oh, indeed, indeed.
And Joe, since you're at the counter shelling out large sums of cash, like a spot hidden check from you.
Okay.
And Dr. Irving, too, for that matter.
Okay. Spot hidden.
Sorry, Debbie just spilt my water everywhere, so I'm a little bit discombobulated.
Yeah, it's totally up to you. If you need to check, feel free to roll it. But otherwise, yeah. Jennifer, you notice kind of tucked away a little bit is a little brochure from a library, an occult library.
Oh.
The Sefket Aboy Library of the Hermetic Arts. You can get a little glance at the
Ooh.
little card, and it also has an address on it.
Can I make a note of it?
Absolutely.
I will make a note of it. And I kind of nudge Joe, say, point to it.
No, there's not that many boobs on this one.
I'm so sorry.
There's that was. I mean, obviously, after seeing the statuette that, Mabel picked out, I'm still thinking about it. It's still on my mind. And again, in Joe's inner monologue is, I don't think I'm dykey enough to take on all those boobs, and this one has no boobs. Like, I'm just confused.
I just roll my eyes and say, it's a library. Note the address.
Listen, I've met some really nice librarians in my life, and I appreciate them to no end. And they're quite fun in the back shelves, is what I'm saying. Wink, wink.
Library.
Huh? But yeah,
Library.
that's fine. I've met a couple of priestesses. They usually have the best outfits, usually very silky, like, you know what I mean. Wink, wink.
Considering you're planning my death.
I'm not planning your death. I just set up a healing session for you. I'm worried. I took you to the fucking hospital. If I was going to kill you, I would have killed you back in that village. I am trying to save you. Jesus Christ, Dr. J, quit fighting people that just love you and try to save you. And turn around and wink at Mabel.
Anyway.
Right. Anyway,
Get ready. Any second now, Mabel.
To check out and looking at noticing the information, the flyer for the library, which conspicuously has locations in New York City, Arkham, and Berlin.
Nice.
But nonetheless, yes, about this time, some other folks come strolling into the store, and Lucian says, "Excuse me," and goes to tend to the new people coming in. So if anybody wants to do anything else, now is a great time. Well, do anything else in the shop.
I really want Tony to read our cards, do our tarots. I want to see what's going to happen. I want Tony to do Dr. J's cards, and I want Reed to read Dr. J's tea leaves. I want to know what's going to happen.
You know what? Give me the evening to read through the pamphlet here, and sure, we can do that over breakfast.
And you know what? If you happen to read in your book that the person you're doing the reading for needs to be handcuffed at the time, that would probably be really helpful.
I'll see if the pamphlet mentions anything about that.
Yeah.
So
it's not that kind of pamphlet.
So Mabel just wants to know if there's anything funky about this place, because Mabel is still not fully in the know of this evil stuff, and we've got a zombie in our midst, and is a little bit concerned about where the fuck does this shit come from? Because it's not from snakes and tongues. So,
Mhm.
yeah. So Mabel just wants to know whether this is like
Hey,
a
you said
front.
that you were Presbyterian, not Pentecostal.
Well, I'm not Pentecostal, but I am surrounded by people swinging snakes and doing tongues, and I visit. I
Okay,
go for a
fine.
giggle.
So you know, you may not be practicing, but you do know the Pentecostalist when you see one. Okay, fine.
Now, I'm not thinking that this is the Pentecostal Christian bookstore. I'm not laying that at their door, but I'm just a little bit creeped out. You know,
Um,
very happy to have a statue with lots of boobies, but I don't know. There's still something a bit weird about all of this to me.
um, right. Roll
So,
me an int check, please.
roll you a what?
Intelligence.
All right. It sounded like inch. I'm like, what?
I said int, but apparently it didn't come through right.
Oh. Okay, intelligence. Here we go. I got it.
Yeah,
Yay! Yeah,
you
get
do.
away.
Good
Yay.
job.
Yes.
I think that's the first one I've
Mabel,
got.
Nice.
just because this isn't like Christian, you've, I mean, you haven't had that much experience with the world. This is just a different kind of religion, and it might
It's just a
take a
shop.
little getting used to, but they're just as religious as anybody you've ever seen, just a different kind. It's all okay.
All okay. Yeah, no need to be worried.
No need to be worried. I mean, this isn't
'Cause
like a
even them,
Satanist shop.
those Presbyterian pastors do a lot of book banging too about this
Oh,
shit.
of course
So
they do,
I
especially in this era.
I want to make certain that we're, because Dr. J's a zombie. I'm glad I got that off my chest a little bit. Okay, so I am reassured that this store is not a front for the devil and evil, and I feel a bit better now. And in fact, I may even feel a bit better about Dr. J's condition.
No, I'm gonna say that you were definitely just watching Dr. J just in case, and of course, you're not necessarily sure that that whole handcuff comment. You know, you might want to keep your eye out for some of those.
Yeah.
Just point out one thing. Or maybe I'll say this to Mabel. I hear all this whispering back and forth about this.
I
Of
can hear
all
it 'cause
the
you're
things,
a zombie.
of all the things we've been through, including going out to wild clubs with other, with men, cross dressers, passing, queer, all that kind of stuff. We went to the village of the damned with a whole bunch of zombie kids and a crazy woman who wanted to keep them alive. And you think this store is crazy?
Well, it could be. It could be a hive and a center for those people. You know, it could be a front for kind of propagating evil in the world, because it happens, you know. That's what the good Lord said.
I'm glad to see that you're
Keep
trotting
rolling
out
your eyes in
the
the
good
corner.
Lord now, not when you were partying in the club nights ago.
No. Now, you know what it's like. Any good Bible basher only pulls it out when you want to do some bashing.
Alrighty. Anything else, or are you going to take off from the shop?
I think we should take Mabel out since first trip to New York City. We should take out, get like a night, like a New York hot dog and maybe some New York German pretzels and show you town a bit. Hey Reed, show us New York City. Take us around to some of the sites since we got the afternoon, right?
I'm so excited.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, it's early evening at this point. It's still a
Oh.
little bit too early for the speakeasy, but hey,
Well, we can
I
do
mean,
that tomorrow. We can
this
go to the
is New
Statue
York
of Liberty.
City.
Get a T-shirt, right?
Anyway, let me move you all back to the New York map.
Let's show Mabel the big
Right,
city.
so I guess the real question is, are you going to like? I mean, there are street vendors that are out at this hour, so I mean, there could be hot dogs at hand.
Ooh, Mabel, you want a chili dog? Or sauerkraut dog? Or
Yeah.
bratwurst? Or...
No, let me try a chili dog, because I'm not really certain what that's going to be like, so let me try one of those.
Well, hey, you see a street vendor 2 blocks away. Give me a luck check. Let's see what you end up. If they indeed have hot dogs, or if they've got
Oh,
something
extreme
else.
success.
Whoa.
That's
go
an
for the hot
extreme
dogs.
hot dog.
If you want hot
That's
dogs,
so good.
that's what the card is. If you want hot peanuts, that's what the card is. Just pick something, and that's what you get.
Yummy, yummy, yummy.
So are you after those hot dogs then?
Yeah, hot dogs.
Excellent.
Yeah, no, that's so cool. And at this moment, Sugar Joe is becoming my best friend.
Yeah,
I'm
New York hot
at
dogs are
risk
the
of
best.
developing a hero complex here.
Yeah. I'm gonna get a bratwurst with lots of sauerkraut, mustard, and you name it, and some hot pepper. Oh, they're gonna be good. I love New York hot dogs. These are grand.
Excellent. I guess the real question is, Sugar Joe, are you bankrolling this whole hot dog endeavor?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm just excited to be in New
Excellent.
York City, to be quite honest.
I
Because
want
I know-
what Joe had,
Because I know there's lots
and I
more
want
fun
chili
things.
on mine.
Yeah. Like there's
Yeah,
gonna be
I
so
wa-
much
I
more
want
fun
that
for us
chili.
as queer people here in New York City. You know what I'm saying? It'll be so much fun. We're gonna have so much fun. I mean, yes, we're gonna save Dr. J's life and all that, and we're gonna find Reed's friend, and we're gonna find Ann here at Cooper, but we're gonna have some fun in the Big Apple. Look at it, Mabel. It's just there, and just think of all the ladies, probably maybe women with just as many boobs as that little statue you had. Who knows? It's all there for the taking. Now pass the ketchup.
And I am in awe at this point. And I've got this ginormous hot dog.
Yes. The woman running the little stand kind of looks at you weirdly when you mention all of those boobs. But otherwise, just decides that you're just very strange. But you've got money, and that's the important part.
Yeah, what do you guys want?
Sounds
Tony's
alright.
cheeks turn red, and he just buries his nose closer into the pamphlet as he eats his hot dog.
What kind of hot dog are you eating, Tony? Just giving you a sense of what you like.
He just ignores and continues to read the pamphlet, although he starts biting the hot dog from the middle for
You're eating your hot dog from the middle?
That's just
Oh.
wrong.
He's feeling very self-conscious.
Zombie stuff.
Doesn't that mean it
Holy,
just splits in
who
two?
eats a hot dog from the fucking
Alright,
middle?
he's scooting around and put his back to all you crazy
We're
folks.
hot dog shaming you. Who the fuck does
Wow.
that?
You're a brave man eating it from the middle.
Yeah, 'cause then you got, instead of two squirt points for your condiments to squish out, you got 4 squirt points, and you're gonna be lucky if that mustard doesn't get all over your tie.
Oh, that all over that
Tony
nice
prays
jacket.
Joe stops talking about squirt coins and cannot put his nose any closer into the pamphlet and pretend that he cannot hear.
Oh my god.
Actually, Tony, give me a library use check. Let's see how much you're actually reading, and as opposed to using the pamphlet as a screen.
Fair enough. All right, let's see.
Oh,
Hey,
wow.
My God.
Hard success.
Don't forget to give yourself a check for that, and we'll see how that manifests later. But you are indeed reading, even if you are have the pamphlet basically on your nose.
It's like a therapy
I
pamphlet.
have actually found a tool, so I can give dream readings for anyone in the morning with the tarot card.
Awesome.
Nice.
Dr. J is going to pass on the hot dog.
Because they don't have brains, roasted brains, or any offal hot dogs, or
Just
kidney
not
or
feeling
liver
hungry right now.
hot dogs. You know, hot dogs actually probably have all that shit in it. You know, because you never know. It's mystery meat, right? It's 1920s in New York. It could be all kinds of brains in the hot dog.
She questions the
Yes, this is right around the time that Upton Sinclair published The Jungle. So yes, who the hell knows what's in your hot dog?
Does it smell like
and
brains,
as a
Dr. J?
doctor, I would know the question the nutritional value of a hot dog, and also the sanitarian.
The sanitariat. I'm all for the sanitariat when the revolution comes.
Oh,
Uh,
I'm going to
sorry.
cry.
Sorry.
Well, and I apparently can't remember right. Apparently that was published in '06, so that was like 20 years ago. But you think reforms have been made on truth and advertising and what's in hot dogs?
But it's also the whole health thing about what is the how well the whole issue of getting food poisoning from street foods. She's not gonna have this on.
Sometimes you guys take the joy out of life. I just want to say. Sometimes
Well,
ignorance is bliss.
All right, Dr. Irving, because I can, roll an education check. Let's see how much food poisoning you think is likely from this hot dog.
Let's just say that I'm also just hiding up the fact that I'm not that hungry. Okay. Education, you said, right?
Yep, that's a knowledge. So.
And just to be clear, if you're watching Sea Hag stream, she just had a snack and I think some tea, some baked goods. Didn't you just eat something there?
Yes.
Yep. Had a cup of tea and a.
Is that okay?
What did you call it?
They're called Yorkshire Fat Rascals.
Oh my god, that sounds like a hot dog.
Yeah, they're a bit sconish, but slightly different. They're nice though.
So yes, I failed that education.
I think everything's perfectly safe.
But she's a doctor.
Hey, maybe she wasn't paying that close attention because medical doctors weren't given that much information about nutrition.
No.
Anyway,
Yes.
besides hunting hot dogs, anything else you would like to do, or would you like to start moving in the direction of Chumley's?
Yes, let's head to Chumley's.
Yeah, let's find Reed's friend.
Yeah.
Reed's friend is dead, right? You do remember this part.
They're dead? I thought they were just.
Fletcher's dead?
I thought.
Yes.
I thought Thatcher just disappeared, and we found their clues of their clothes. Thatcher's dead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. You don't.
Oh,
You
I know that.
did.
We were looking for Thatcher.
Oh no.
We didn't find a body. We only found some clothes.
Oh. We have our suspicions, however, right?
Spoiler alert!
Yes.
I know. That was come from the tarot card.
Yeah, it's the tarot
Jaden
card.
just
Right.
did a reading for us there.
Well, I guess that's the end of this
yes.
whole thing, right? Thatcher's dead. That's it. Hey, we're still alive.
So is this-
Hail Cthulhu.
We should just get drunk then. If Thatcher's dead, we should just go and get drunk.
Oh, we still have to find out issues.
Okay, so apparently, Sugar Joe thinks that there's a chance that Thatcher is just really hiding someplace in New York. The rest of you, I'm gonna say yes, you definitely are. Especially with their hat being found at Betty's boarding house. You just feel like he's probably no longer with us.
What? Seriously? Reed, are you grieving? Have you cried? Do you need help? Do you need therapy? Fuck, I'm so sorry. I thought he was alive. I thought it was just MIA.
I mean, let's face it.
I'm
Well,
shocked.
anyway, is is this Chumley's?
Yes, the thing that I just put up on the screen, that is Chumley's. That is the 86 Bedford entrance side of Chumley's.
Oh,
Man, that looks like a gay bar to me.
Chumley's for chummy people. Very chummy.
You see some folks outside, and Tony, give me another education check, please.
Okie dokie.
And there is a bonus to this. You're going to need that bonus. Hit the bonus penalty button.
Okie dokie. Badoop.
Much
Ooh.
better. Yes,
Hey.
yes. You know fellow union organizers when you see them, of which there are several hanging out outside.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Excellent. So, are you going to get a table, or are you going out to the bar?
Table.
Excellent. And one of the bartenders notices you and comes over. What y'all having?
I'll have a gin and tonic, please.
Excellent.
Well, apparently, hearing that their friend is dead, I think Reed downs a ton of whiskey, so
Come
gonna need
on
it.
now, did you really expect to find them alive someplace else after you found the fucking
They're
hat?
very hopeful. They're very hopeful and naive. So
Oh
yes.
my God.
I think he's alive too. Don't give
I
up
don't
hope,
think
Reed.
he's alive.
I think he's
We
alive.
can do reincarnation.
There was no bloodstains
Tony
on that
Reed's up on
hat.
some more stuff.
No, could have just
Hmm.
left it
Yeah.
behind.
We came
Yeah.
from a place where this woman was feeding people to her zombie children.
Says the
Be a
zombie.
zombie.
I know. That's all being a bit picky.
No.
Anyway,
Sure.
I
Says the zombie.
I do feel bad.
Fine. Whoever thought that there was a chance that you would find Thatcher and or Sarah Hewitt alive, you can continue to believe that. So just let's. I
Yep.
kind of thought you already knew. So I'm terribly sorry to
Weren't
burst
we
your
looking for
bubble.
him?
But I don't think we found any in
Why
character
were we looking
confirmation
for
of
him,
his
then?
death. Did we?
No,
Well,
yeah,
we-
we found that he went missing, but we didn't know what had happened to
Yeah,
him.
they were like
But-
our main
but what-
clues.
But what we found was a
A hat and a
room
journal.
of-
Yeah.
Yeah.
also with other stuff from other people who had stayed there.
Yeah.
In a room, it was full of other people's stuff. Why would they? It was more like it was kind of described as a. What do they do when somebody dies and they take, or somebody murders somebody and they take a trophy?
Wow, that's kind of
Yeah.
really kind of pessimistic,
dark.
Dr. J.
That's dark.
I'm going to say that yes.
Maybe I'm the only one that's faced the reality.
Well,
Yeah.
you are the only one that got bit though too, so I can see why you're a bit negative.
Dr. Irving, you definitely can share with this. Meanwhile, as the bartender is taking drink orders, they eventually get to Reed, and it's like, "Are you Thatcher's friend by any chance?" I don't
Reed
recognize
looks
you like not being over Thatcher because you usually carry them out of here. But are you Thatcher's friend?
Yes. Please tell me that you think he's alive too. We're having a debate over here.
Well, he better be alive because he owes a pretty substantial bar tab here.
Oh shit. Okay, I'll be seeing you.
Speaking-
Goodbye.
Speaking of which, since I haven't seen your friend Thatcher in a while, I'm going to have to insist that you pay up in their stead.
Oh,
Oh.
Reed just is like, Thatcher who? Sorry, who are you talking about? Don't know. I do have a time.
Are you really?
Boy,
going to
shit, you're
try
over
that?
grieving very fast.
She does this.
Holy shit.
Fine, Reed. Fast talk, please. Let's see if this
Oh,
flies
no.
with the bartender.
Wow.
See, this is where I wish I put it in fast talk rather than charm because
Yeah.
my fast talk is shit. Oh boy, here we go.
Oh, but you could push
okay.
luck.
Yeah, do the luck, man.
Yeah,
try.
yeah. You can burn 6
Yeah,
luck if you
yeah,
want
let's do
to.
it. Let's do it because
Alright,
Reed's feeling lucky because they're covered in charms.
Yes, you're feeling lucky, even if that's not borne out by the actual numbers. Hang on, let me.
There we go.
Um,
Oh.
That's not good.
I'll let you go this time, but if I see you again and before I see Thatcher, I'm going to insist that you pay up. Any questions?
I promise you he'll be back, I swear.
I'm so confused. Joe goes, is he alive or dead? I'm very confused. Mabel, is he alive or dead? I don't know what's happening. Mabel, what's the story? I don't know what's going
I
on.
thought we were looking for him.
I thought we were looking for
And
him
then
too.
suddenly he's dead, so
Is he dead?
I don't
Is he
know what we're
really
doing.
dead? I'm so confused.
Maybe he's
like,
just
no.
in the clan of the zombies.
I look at the bartender and I say, "Can you make mine a double, please?"
Absolutely.
Can I get one of those Long Island teas, please?
Oh, of course.
Never had one of those.
He comes back after a bit with your drinks. And speaking of which, Dr. Irving, another power check, please.
Oh shit! All right, come on,
Got the
baby.
I think
power.
we're gonna have to kill Dr. Irving tonight.
Come on, Dr. J. Come on. You can fight
Oh, there
it.
you go.
Fight
Success.
it.
Fight the power.
Yay.
Excellent.
Fight the power.
Right.
I got the power.
I still need a D3.
Two.
Oh, thank you. You, you still feel a little bit odd. You're wondering if, you now have to wonder if anybody was out of your sight long enough to acquire a set of handcuffs that were aforementioned. But you do still eye Tony because you know for a fact he's got rope.
Assume that Tony doesn't already have handcuffs. Yeah.
I think I have rope in the car, Mabel. I'm pretty sure. Don't we have rope in the car? We have
Now, I
rope in
guess
car.
the real question is, are you, Reed, are you going to try to feed Dr. Irving some tea so you can do a tea leaf reading here?
Go on. Do it.
Oh, fully, yeah.
Yeah, let's
Fully,
do it.
because they're getting a little bit worried. Let's do it.
All right.
This should be interesting.
Yeah. This is going to be under a cult, so go for
Oh,
it.
no. Okay, they're only
How
a
else are
trainee,
you gonna
okay?
learn?
gonna be-
They're
you're
only a
kind of
trainee.
you're kind of flipping through the little book that you got with the I don't know. Did you get like the basic guide to tea leaf reading, or did you?
Idiot's Guide to the Tea Leaf Reading, yeah.
Yeah,
Tea leaf reading for dummies, yeah.
I'm pretty sure, didn't I buy you the whole little tea set, the beginner's tea set? With the book and everything? And the tea,
Yeah.
didn't I?
Yeah.
Excellent.
be
Yeah.
Happy
so you
birthday.
take
I'm
that.
really sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
Is he
But
dead?
should we be worried with this whole tea
There's
leaf
no
reading?
loss. He's not dead yet.
Oh, he's not dead. Okay, good. I didn't think he was dead.
He's not dead.
I was pretty sure he wasn't dead.
I'm pretty sure that those of you who wish to be in denial are holding on to the fact that you haven't seen a body as yet.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
actually,
Yeah.
now that you mention it, I think maybe he's not dead. Maybe he's a zombie like Dr. J's going to be.
Exactly.
We
Could be
can
anything.
resurrect. If Tony reads up on some more occult stuff, we can get some resurrection spells going. We can do this.
Yeah, we could
Okay.
probably bring him
Okay,
back.
so-
Yes. So read tea leaf and do
Like-
an occult check.
Here we go. Okay. They're like shaking a bit because they're a little bit nervous and they're trying to remember what their grandmother told them back in
Yeah,
Petra,
and I just
but
want to
they're
say,
struggling.
Mrs. Pickle, in the village where I live, she always kind of mumbles a kind of protection thing before she reads her tea leaves. So you might
Oh,
want to try something.
Mabel, get your booby thing out. Maybe we'll rub her boobs for luck.
Okay.
Everybody rub a boob for luck. Dr. J, you can rub 2 or 3 boobs for luck.
And I'm thinking positive
Oh,
thoughts.
jeez.
Yeah, we're all thinking positive boob thoughts. It's all boob magic. It's boob, not blood magic. It's boob magic.
I'm so certain that that bartender is going to think, what
Boob
the
magic.
fuck is this crew?
Who doesn't
It's
like
a
a little
speakeasy.
nipple action, right? A little
They would
nipple
have seen all
stimulation.
sorts of things.
It's
And
a
you know
magic.
what?
speakeasy that's being frequented by unionists among other fringy type folks. So
It's a regular Tuesday for them.
yeah, it's
Well, let's
a
just
pretty
get into a
standard
booth.
evening.
Let's get into a
We're
booth.
good.
We'll block it with our bodies, and we'll all start rubbing the boobs and get the positive energy
I mean, and let's
around.
be honest, I'd be sat here rubbing my own boobs if I thought it was going to protect me.
Yes.
'Cause I'm not certain what's going on.
You know, we can rub each other's boobs. Everybody rub Dr. J's boobs. Dr. J.
Well, Dr. J's got the big one, so
Yeah.
here we go.
Let's rub our
More
boobs,
luck.
the statue
More
boobs,
luck
and
in
Dr.
them.
J's.
Yeah.
It's a boob rub.
Anyone comes near my boobs, I'm hitting them with my cane.
A bit of a
I
Debbie
remember-
Downer there,
Remember what
Dr.
I
J.
did with the woman I slapped.
All right,
The power of the
come
boobs.
on, Reed, give it a roll.
Come on, Reed,
Give it a
you can
rub.
do it.
Give
Give it a rub.
Here we
No,
go.
roll, not
Come on.
rub.
Oh, no. Too busy thinking about boobs.
Wow.
Yeah,
Um,
sorry. You're thinking a lot more about the statue, and
yeah.
I'm
Guys,
You know,
you distracted me.
I once saw at a cabaret in Paris a dancer that had 3 boobs, but the third boob was like right in the center, and it was kind of smaller, and the nipple was kind of small. But I've never seen this many boobs on somebody.
Oh, I haven't seen anyone with 3 boobs, though, I have to say.
Yeah.
I have to say, in real life, I did know a woman who had 3 boobs or 3 nipples.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, Dr. J, you get to know all the most interesting people, eh? And it's not me.
yes, I guess the real question is, Dr. Irving, do you want to take everybody on a tour of the Museum of Medical Oddities?
Please believe it or not, here we come.
We could if we want. If we
That
got
would be
time.
fascinating.
Maybe there might be something there about zombies. You never know.
So are we supposed to find out more about Thatcher here, but they all think he's still alive, and are looking for the money he owes them?
What we could do is try to find out who Thatcher and Anna Hewitt may have met with here.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
And where they ran off to.
Who's charming?
Well, somebody was walking by your table and notices the statuette that you've got there. Hey, is that Artemis of Ephesus that you've got there? Fabulous statue. Are you a practitioner?
We all turn to Mabel.
Do it here today.
Go ahead, Mabel.
Maybe.
You got this one.
I'm just gonna be like, okay, maybe. Why? 'Cause I've learned being around. I'm like, okay, never say one way or the other. Stick in the middle. So I'm going for the middle with this guy because I'm like, I'm not certain. Yeah, what of it? Maybe.
Oh, well, my girlfriend prays to Artemis too, so just recognize her.
Okay. All right. Who's your girlfriend? Is she in here?
Oh, not
She
this
look
evening.
nice? No.
Does she
you
look
doing?
nice?
Has she got lots of boobs as well? No?
Yeah. Huh.
It's a
Yeah.
group
So
we
she
should know about.
praised.
I would
praised
like
a
to
woman
see
with
that.
Lots of boobs.
Yeah.
My kind of woman.
I would like to see it.
Anyway,
doing?
he just continues onward, and right, and you've got your drinks. The bartender thinks you're weird, and thus that you're perfectly good company. What y'all doing?
We are weird.
Chasing after the person who said that they know about Artemis to ask them about it a bit more. Because we need all the luck we can get. If they can cast a spell, we need it.
Yep.
Teach me how to pray to this thing.
didn't know you were
I'm
so
terribly
religious.
sorry. I don't know much about the faith. I never really asked my girlfriend too much about it. I just know that she prays to a similar looking statue as that. Uh, there's a number of shops around town where you can find information on that Artemis. I mean, she's not uncommon. I mean, don't you know Greek and Roman mythology?
I'm an Arab, no.
Oh, there you go.
Greek
um,
who? Roman who? No.
um, yeah, but Greece isn't that far away from the Arab world
Oh
there.
yeah. We do share some stuff, but our mythology's slightly different. We're more about the jinns and things like that, so
I see. Well, I'm certain that if you look at heck, you can even find information at the regular library. Or you can go to a specialty bookshop for this. I unfortunately
and the
can't
names
tell
of
you
those
much,
places
but
would be.
if you'll excuse me, my poetry group is about to reconvene.
I mean,
Well, he
okay.
was snooty, wasn't he?
Useless.
Of course, they have a poetry group.
Yes, they do. I mean, what kind of a place, what kind of a speakeasy do you think this is?
I know.
Come on, I mean, Tony recognizes some union activists like at another table, or at least they've heard of them in passing. They don't personally know them.
Mhm.
And you'd be deeply surprised if the table, a few tables over, weren't a bunch of anarchists.
Ooh. Come on,
So,
Tony. Let's go.
who would you like to ask around and see if they know anything about? I guess the real question is, are you asking about Reed and or Sarah, or are you asking about Anne? Or are you asking about all three?
Try all three? There must be a connection between the three of them that like people are aware of, so
All right, so who are you asking?
well, Reed looks downhearted and not getting any information out of that useless person who likes poetry.
Yeah.
I'm very annoyed.
Are
I'm
we
like, why
seeing
would you
any?
bring it up that you know the statue?
Are we seeing any suffragettes or anyone in here? Because like
Ooh,
union guys at this time are like a bunch of. They don't see women as being equal or anything.
That
depends
also
on the
gives us great.
union. It really depends on the union. Uh, actually,
I
somebody.
appreciate that, gamekeeper.
Yeah, because some players got a long history of them unions not
Actually,
necessarily being that good.
who's got the lowest luck? Reed, you've got 44.
Oh
Does
no.
anybody have lower luck than that?
I've got
Anyone lower than
43.
43.
Ah.
Okay.
Let
All
me
right.
see here.
Sounds like 43 gets to roll the luck for the group here. Let's see what you
Oh,
got.
no. Good luck.
Oh, son of a
Oh,
but
beeswax.
Dr. J may
And
want
you
us
don't
just
think
all
you're
to
infected
die.
by a zombie?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Really?
Uh,
Seriously?
Well, I will say that you do see suffragettes, but you don't see. Oh crap! What was the other thing that you were just looking for that I utterly spacing on?
Just suffragettes who we could ask about. Sarah.
Suffragettes, but you were asking about some other type of person, and
Well,
that
just
type.
like the union guys, not thinking they'll be very.
Oh,
into
right.
Anarchists,
However,
right.
yes. Yes, these unionists, they're not wobblies, and thus, yes, they're not all that inclusive of women.
That's fine.
However, it's the International Workers of the World that was very inclusive of women, and like literally everybody. Uh, Whereas these guys are pretty much male centric and also white centric in their unionizing efforts.
Well, that rules out quite a few of us. Tony?
Yeah, off you go, Tony.
Yeah, Tony will walk over and just introduce himself and say that he hadn't had a chance to meet with them before, but that he had seen them at one of the last meets, and that he was visiting in town. Just ask if he can sit and share a few words with them.
Excellent. So, are you asking about any of the aforementioned people?
Well, first he just wants to mention that he's traveling and he wants to see if they know anybody that he could reach out to, any of the union activists in LA, if he wanted someone who could kind of help him find his feet in that city. Is there anyone that they know that they could share the name of?
Alrighty, roll me a luck. Let's see if they've got anything for you.
My hope is to get all the bad luck out now, so then when we ask about the names. Okay.
Nice try there. I'm not sure the dice work that way, but
Well,
Oh.
Yes, they do.
alas, they don't have any contacts to recommend to you.
No worries. He asks what they're drinking and if he can get them around.
That much money?
Excellent. Right, Tony, give me a charm check.
I can be charming, I'm sure. Sure, why not? Charm check. 15.
You're not the most charming, but they hear, I'll buy you some drinks, and they're more than delighted to drink. Have another on you.
Perfect. Yeah.
Okay, Mabel, what are you doing?
I'm slurping my way through my Long Island tea, and a bit disappointed that there's no real other suffragettes who can go.
There are some. There's just not a lot.
But I think I might actually give that a go, because maybe they've actually heard of Sarah, or they know something, or know somebody of somebody of somebody, because we're kind of fairly a small group of women. So yeah, I think I'm going to go up and have a parlay with them. Just find out what they
Excellent.
know.
They welcome you into their midst. And go ahead. I will give you the choice of charm or persuade, to see if they are willing to tell you anything useful.
Oh.
Hey!
Some success
Hey.
at last. At last.
Nice.
Excellent. One of them says, "Oh yeah, I've met Sarah Hewitt. It's been a little while since she's been down here, but she came down from, what was it? Was it Boston or was it Albany? I don't really remember, but she came down here for one of our protests before she had to do some debutante stuff."
How long ago was that? When did you last see her?
Oh goodness. That was like 6 months ago. It's been a while. How's she doing?
Okay. Well, as far as I know, she's okay, but I haven't seen her in a while, and we're just trying to track down just to make certain she is okay, because getting a bit worried when someone disappears off the radar after a while. And her mother's crazy as that kind of thing, so she's all right. Who was she with? Was she with anybody?
I don't really recall, honestly. And what is this radar thing that you speak of?
Oh, it's something we have in the Appalachians so we don't stand in cow dung. It's okay.
Oh my god, that's awesome!
Ah.
Uh,
Have Have you heard any gossip or anything about her or anything? Or do you know of anybody else who may know? Or who did she connect with when she came here last time? She must have stayed with somebody.
Honestly, I thought she got a room at a boarding house.
Because I am a friend of Violet, so you can tell me if there's anything, personal or anything like that.
Oh,
They've
I'm terribly sorry. I don't know, Violet.
No, you don't know. All right, you're not a friend of Violet then. Okay. All right. Well, thank you. It's been lovely meeting you, ladies. So, what's it like in New York then for the suffragette movement? And now I'm just going to start charming them and chatting them up and trying to find out if there's any other places we could go look or where the boarding house may have been.
It's been 6 months. But you can
And if
go
not,
if you.
it'll be
You can.
fun.
Maybe. Anyway,
I don't like the way you say only maybe will be fun.
Anyway, for that answer to what's that radar stuff? I gave you an inspiration token.
Oh, did you? I saw that. Thank you.
That's
Well
good
earned.
that's good for a reroll. If you at any point. So
Right. Thank you. Yeah. So I'm just gonna sit and drink with these gals.
excellent. Yes, they sit around, gossip about how obnoxiously brutal the cops are, and who they're thinking about voting for if they hurry up and get the right to vote before the next election. And yeah, and they offer you some drinks.
Yeah. Yeah. My kind of gals.
Excellent. Reed, after harassing that guy about religion that he only knows about in passing, what are you doing?
Why did he mention it? Why did he mention it? um, they're still annoyed. They're just like, why did he mention it? Typical show off, telling me about things he doesn't know about. Right. Reed's like, right, I'm off to find somebody who actually knows what they're talking about. I'm gonna talk to the staff. If they can tell me the last time they saw Thatcher and if they saw them with anybody of note. Do we have a description of what is it Sarah? What they look like?
Yeah, I'll say that you've got a description. You don't have a picture,
Nice.
but you do have a description.
Oh, but Reed's a journalist, so they could very quickly do one of them like drawings. The characters get very quickly.
Are you actually going to sit there and sketch a picture of Sarah?
Maybe not. No.
Darn,
All
I
right,
was
maybe
going to
not.
make you roll on it, but apparently,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Well, okay. If it's not too time consuming, maybe Reed can give it a shot. It might be helpful.
Go for it. You only get a 5% chance, and hang on, let me add it to your sheet. It'll be under dance.
Oh, okay, cool. Lovely.
But seriously, any sort of art or craft that you can think of, you get a 5% chance.
Oh, nice.
Plus, of course,
Okay.
you've actively put points into it, so go for it.
You never know.
Woo! Here we go.
Oh.
Catastrophically no.
Oh no!
It's a bit like Mickey Mouse.
We did know. We did.
Yeah. The bartender that you were asking about, Sarah, kind of looks at your drawing and it's like, is that supposed to be an albatross?
Hey, she could be a voodoo mistress as well. You never know. You never know what she does in her spare time.
How many drinks have you had before you came in here?
Rita's like, look, I'm just looking for my friend, and the people that I'm with seem to think that he's dead. I'm just desperately trying to prove them wrong. Can you help me out, please?
Give me a charm check.
Good. Okay, wonderful. Come on.
Oh,
Lovely.
extreme!
Yeah,
Nice.
it's been a little while since I've seen Thatcher. I'm terribly sorry. This is a different bartender from before.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, good. Thank God.
Hey,
Yeah.
wait a minute. Doesn't Thatcher owe a pretty substantial bar tab?
Which he will get to if we can find him. Yes.
But you said he was dead.
If we can find that's what if we can find him, then yes. So it's in your best interest to help me find him and tell me everything you know so that he can pay his bar tab and we can get him back.
Done.
She just
Nice.
lifts an eyebrow and just shakes her head. Look, if we hear anything, we will totally let you know. But it's been months since Thatcher's been in, so I don't really know what to tell you.
When he was in here last, was he by himself? Or was he with anyone? Do you remember seeing anybody?
Come to think of it, I'm pretty sure he was in here with you.
Oh shit. Great, okay. And Reed suddenly remembers the last time they were there and they're like, oh, okay. That's not helpful. Alright.
Hey, wait a minute. Wasn't that the time that he vomited on the floor in the middle?
Nope. What are we talking about? Nope.
Hey now, and before
Shit.
anything unpleasant happens to Reed, let's look at Joe. Joe, what are you doing?
Well, I'm. What am I doing? That is a good question. I think Mabel has the charming the ladies handled. Maybe I'm just watching Dr. J. I'm not really drinking. I have a drink that I've bought, a Scotch, just a Scotch straight up. I'm not drinking it though, and I'm just surreptitiously, or I can't even say the word, keeping an eye on Dr. J. Yep.
Excellent. In that case, I would like you to roll me both a stealth and an occult check.
All right. Let's see what my stealth is. Come here, stealth. Ugh, it's not that great. Oh, yeah, it's definitely not that great. And occult is not that great either. I'm failing. I'm
Okay.
bombing. Big bomb.
You're distracted by women in the bar, that's why.
Yes, yeah. Well, I can definitely say that there are some definitely attractive women here. So, yes, you might be keeping an eye on Dr. Irving, but you get distracted easily by the pretty women wandering by. And Dr. Irving, roll me a spot hidden check. Let's see if you actually notice Joe keeping an eye on you.
Spot hidden.
Again, Tony's brains look tastier than mine.
Yeah. I think I did.
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
fuck.
you notice Joe keeping an eye on you. What are you doing other than watching Joe watch you?
So I lean over to Joe. Say, look, Joe. You and I. Let's be clear. I want this dealt with as soon as possible. I think you're in on this. You're be supportive of this. I think we should go and check out this occult museum place that had the pamphlet. Let's go now.
What time is it?
It's late.
As if a locked door could stop us. Come on, let's go. Let's
You want to go break into a cult museum right now?
Yes.
Oh.
I'm getting kind of fucking desperate here.
Right
in my head.
now.
I'm not saying that to her, but in my head, I'm like, I'm getting desperate here. I want solutions closer.
All right. Well, that's cool. I tell you what, if you can convince Mabel to leave Mabel's gaggle of lovely ladies, I'm up for that. Sure. Let's go break into an occult museum now, because quite honestly, Dr. J, I'm worried. Let's take a look at that wound of yours. How is that looking? Let me see. Is it changed? And actually, I want to actually ask you a question. Can we just draw a little line around the initial bite and see if it's growing?
You
Let-
can. You
Just in
can,
the interest of
draw-
science.
Well,
Sorry?
if Dr. Irving will let you draw on their arm, certainly. But you can't draw a line around the original bite because you only see what's there before you now.
Well, whatever.
I think. Listen, don't worry about it. I'm keeping an eye on it. Let's go. I'll have a chat with Mabel.
Yeah, but you look like you're hungry, and again, my brains don't. Tony's brains taste better than my brain. He's got a bigger head. It's quite a lot more, and I think you would find it more fulfilling. You know.
Let's
I'm
don't
very
worry about it.
sensitive about my large head.
All right, let's
Let's-
go get
I just-
let's get
I-
the others and get the hell out of here and go break into this museum because I think Dr. J, as much as you think I'm not thinking about your welfare, which I am every minute of this today. Maybe not tomorrow, but for today, it is important that we get you this resolved. And
Okay.
so I am with you on finding a cure, one way or the other. I'm gonna give you a little look, like one way or the other. Okay, let's go.
I know. One way or the other.
Let's go. Yes, let's gather up our crew and let's. And I think we need who's our lock picker? Isn't that Reed? Or who's good at lock picking?
Nope.
None of us have lock picking, so how the
Nope.
fuck are we gonna get into this museum?
Elbows.
Right?
Yeah,
None of us have
elbows.
lock picking,
Fine.
right?
Look.
How are we gonna get into this
No,
museum?
but well, let's go get a look at. I mean, come on.
I mean, or
Tony's
should we just like
Listen,
wait in the morning and we just enter it like any other people visiting a museum and maybe not get arrested and then turn into a zombie in a cell and we can't get the fuck away from you?
Well, there are some anarchists in Chumley, so I'm sure it won't take much convincing to get someone who can lockpick to come with us. You know, get him drunk enough.
A drunk lock picker? Oh.
All right. So here's
Better than us. Better than what we've got.
Right,
Still
this,
better.
this is a really good plan.
Here,
Alright,
okay.
so
So
This is such a good plan.
I'll tell you what. Let's do it as a group vote.
A group
Okay.
vote.
Votes. Go in.
How are we gonna get in though? What's your plan?
For crying out loud.
What's everybody's strength at the same time? We run into the door at the same time.
Oh my god, I have a picture of the Three Stooges in my head.
Elbows out.
Tony does have a
So
Tony
I
has a
assume-
crowbar. He's
Can I
not a
just
lock-
remind you guys now, Reed? I'm not sure, but aren't you still wounded from beating up that door? In that door one, the battle with the door.
yes.
Like, no offense.
Like, hang my head in shame.
Like, isn't your hit points
The
quite
Battle of
down from
Connecticut
that?
Door.
Like, aren't you almost dead from
Yeah.
trying to break down the door with your shoulder? Like, aren't you almost dead?
Okay. But
And Dr.
I'm
Irving
more
didn't
strong
heal
than
you?
it looks, okay?
all right. So here's the thing. There's windows. There's doors. We've got rope. We've got
Got
dynamite.
rubber.
We've got rope.
I'm sure we have dynamite. Maybe was that another game? Sorry.
You don't have
Sorry.
dynamite right
Sorry.
now.
Sorry, but we have rope.
Got
We have a car. We have crowbar.
Yeah.
How heavily guarded is this place?
It's a library.
It's a library.
Yeah, it's a library.
Come on.
Like, don't we just go in the morning when the library's open?
But they
We
might
get a
not show us
library
the good
card and we
stuff.
won't get arrested.
But they might not show us the good stuff.
The good stuff.
You know these things.
The good stuff.
Um,
Okay, but if we go, then you guys have to do the fight with the door because I'm not getting hurt. Because I've seen it, how this goes with you guys in the door. Like, no offense, but you guys suck with breaking open doors.
Still want to know why. Still want to know why Thatcher wrote this place on a bit of card. They got like a trapdoor in
no,
here.
no,
They
no, no.
hiding something in here?
This is The card that you got is one of their official cards, so it's not.
Oh.
So it's not handwritten.
See. Okay.
All right.
That does change
Well,
things slightly.
I'm willing to wait till tomorrow morning. I'm not going to force this group. But
I mean, if you have a plan on how we're going to get into a locked up library in the middle of New York City without
I'm
getting
going to break through a
arrested,
window and open it and get in.
do you think these guys are not going to get hurt if they can't open up a door? Don't you? How do you think they're going to do with a window with sharp glass? Do you have a death wish? Like,
One that
don't
got
you like
bit by
Reed?
a
Reed's a
fucking
nice,
zombie.
Reed's a nice person.
Yeah, have you got zombie powers yet?
Oh yeah, that's if you got
Uh,
your zombie powers, then yeah, definitely you go for it.
Yeah.
Mabel, get your gun.
Oh, this is news to the keeper that there are zombie powers now.
All right, how far away is this library?
Oh my god.
I'm going to. I don't remember exactly which borough Chumley's is in. You're not mentioning a
Do you think, like Dr. J, with your zombie powers, that you could like
Manhattan.
bite somebody?
Manhattan.
Like if there's a security guard, you could bite the security guard and then take the keys.
Listen, not gonna happen.
We're
Okay.
trying to minimize spread.
Okay, look,
Yeah, we're not supposed to
Chumley's is
spread
in
it.
Manhattan. The library's in Brooklyn.
All right.
So tomorrow morning it is.
Good morning it is.
We start
All
walking
right.
now and we'll make it.
Oh, well, I mean, you could just cross the bridge and just go. I mean, it's not.
Do have a car.
You do have a car. I mean, you could go tonight if you want to. And,
All right.
Yeah, I mean, if the plan's
everything's
you're
fine.
biting security guards first before we do anything else, I love it. I'm with it. As long as you're not biting us.
Listen. All right. All right. Here's the thing. Here's the plan. We're gonna go. We're gonna check it out. If it's an easy break-in, we're gonna do it. If it's not, we'll wait till tomorrow and go in on visit them tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're
How's
gonna
that?
bite anybody we see.
Not
All right.
including us.
Okay.
What does it? Okay, here. Let's put it to a vote. What do you guys think?
Well, have you come and spoken to me yet, or am I just excluded from this vote? I'm still chatting up my girlies? Or have you actually
Likewise.
spoken to me?
All right, so I'm gonna bring you guys back to the table.
It's going to drag me back.
Yep.
I tell the guys 1 minute because I want to ask them about the names, but I'm like, be right back. So
Okay, guys. Here's this. We can wait all night because there might be a few more pieces of information here, or we can go and check out this occult library and check out the Sefkehet Abui Library of the Hermetic Arts.
Yeah, the no boob library.
We're gonna we can go and we
Actually, you're not looking at the little sculpture. There is one visible, but it's very small.
it is. It's very small.
The flat-chested boob.
Um,
But there is a
It's
tiny
like
boob.
Egyptian.
That's a boob.
right
Is
here.
it? Is it a guy boob?
Right
Is that a guy?
It's a boob right there.
Doesn't
Look
look
at
like
this,
much of
that's
a
a
boob.
boob.
I thought
What
that's.
the fuck? We've gotten to the point now where we're arguing about a boob on a picture.
Can't really tell there's a boob there.
I don't-
suppose it could
I don't know if
be
that's a boob.
worse, but
All right, then.
Right.
What are
I
we
don't think
doing
it's
then?
boob.
Come on, Dr. J. Spit it out.
I'm gonna
I'm
magnify
thinking
that.
we should. I'm thinking we should try to.
Oh yeah,
break
you're right.
into
There's
this-
a nipple right there. Yeah, I see the
There,
nipple.
I
I
think.
get it now. Yeah.
I think we should go
That's
and
a
break
tiny
into
boob,
the
though.
library and see what we're going to get at that information. My concern is we go, we wait, we go
Mhm.
down tomorrow morning. They won't let us in to any kind of things that might be the high end, really good information.
You know what my
Let's go give
concern
it a
is?
go.
My concern is that you turn into a zombie before the library opens legit. So maybe you're right. Time is
Okay.
of the
Well, that-
essence. No, I was just thinking. Now here's the thing: since you're feeling like the zombie thing's overcoming you and whatnot, maybe we should just
Said that.
we'll use. Hear me out. Hear me out. Maybe we take some of the rope that Tony has, and we just
No,
put a little noose
no,
around your neck and a
no,
little leash,
no,
just for a little safety.
no.
This is a safety leash. We can have a safe word.
That
We
would
can
be
have a
quite
safe
normal.
word as long as you remember to say the safe word instead of brains. You say pineapple. As long
I bring my cane up and I
It's
said,
very different direction.
I say, touch
Don't-
me
Tony can,
and I'll hit you.
but look at Tony. Tony's super gentle. Would never hurt you with that. Would just keep everybody safe from you in case you take a turn for the worse. Because you're looking a
Okay.
little pale. I say we all vote. Vote for safety first. Personal protection equipment. Everyone who votes for a leash on Dr. J, put your hand up. And I'm gonna Joseph put the hand right up there.
Before,
Oh, like a horse shack from Welcome Back, Carter. Oh.
Ah,
We all trust Tony,
I don't care. That's not going to happen. What's at
says the zombie.
What's at point here is, are we going to go break into them? I'm proposing that.
You know,
guys wanna
the
do that?
leash does two different things. If you break in through
It
a
ain't
window,
gonna happen.
it helps
I
you
will-
so you
I
don't
will-
fall through the window.
Tell you,
Joe,
I will-
I have to say respectfully, the rope in my bag, I'm not interested in tying up anyone against their will. This is not the kind of evening I signed up for. So if the
Well
doctor is not interested in exercising that as a precaution, I think that's off the table. We need that to be something that they are on board with if we pursue that course. I don't think that's a good way for us to go forward.
how about this? I will give you this. If we go and break into that library, and we don't see anything, once we get out, you can tie my hands until we get to the occult meeting tomorrow evening.
Oh, I don't know. I like the thing around the neck leash
But
thing.
only-
But okay.
No, it's not going to happen. You can tie my hands after
Uh,
it's broken in.
Okay.
My only concern with breaking in now is we have this sort of the strongest lead we've had so far is this sort of meetup tomorrow night. So whatever we do at this library, we can't let it interfere with our chances of making that connection, or at least learning from it, even if we don't go there, just to try to figure out who these people are and what they know.
Well, what does Mabel and Reed think? Because I'd like to hear what their opinions are.
Okay,
For sure.
what's the rush? We're just worried that Dr. J's going to turn into a zombie, and we're hoping
That's
we're going to find
Probably number one right there.
something
Yeah,
to stop that happening.
number
I mean,
one.
I would really like Dr. J not to turn into a zombie, so I'm willing to do what's needed to help.
Oh.
But, also, the damn thing's going to be open tomorrow.
As you are attempting to decide, all right, I'm 86ing all of you. Everybody out now.
You're 86ing us.
I don't understand what that means.
Yes.
We're cut out.
and,
Game's over?
Toss-
Game's over.
Tossed out.
No. This is the bartender.
Ah,
And
They're
as
too-
you sit there looking confused, other people are like getting up and leaving. And it's like,
That's very
one
hurtful.
person- one of the suffragettes who is now on their way out, like looks over at Mabel. You're new here, right? 86
Yeah.
means that there's a police raid about.
Oh
to
fuck!
happen.
Let's get out of here!
So
Oh!
you leave.
guys, run!
Run!
Shit!
Keep Dr. J in
I'm all
front.
for just climbing all over Dr. J and getting out the door.
Fight any cops, Dr. J. Just go.
Gotta go.
Remember, they're called pigs for a reason. Go ahead.
Oh,
To the
that they are.
library!
Okay. Hello?
Fight the pigs.
Oh, sorry. I thought,
Is everybody leaving?
yes,
Yes.
we're leaving.
We're walking
Yeah.
out the door.
We're running.
Running.
Oh,
Good
Running.
choice.
We're running out the door.
good choice, and be glad that the bartenders at Chumley's, pay off the cops before, such that they get a little call ahead before a raid happens.
Hey, maybe we should go with Mabel's suffragettes, because they'll know where to go to have a good
Oh,
time, right?
wait. Tony
Ooh,
still
that would be
hasn't.
fun.
Tony still hasn't had a chance to chat up his contacts.
We could half
Maybe
of us track down the suffragettes, half track down the union.
We could split the party.
Half go with the zombies.
Nothing
half go
good
with
could
the
possibly happen.
Just make sure it's very clear which way Dr. Irving is going.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
Whoever's group is the zombie group, I'm not in it. Thank you.
Yeah. Dr. Irving, where are you go? Which one are you going? Are you going after with Tony and the Unionists? Or are you going
I'm
with...
gonna go with Tony and the Unionists.
Okay, no, I'm going with Mabel and the suffragettes. 100%. Okay, we'll see you later.
Yeah.
The doctor's going with the person who didn't try to insist on binding them. They're like,
Yeah,
I feel a
it's-
little more
yeah.
secure
just-
here.
Okay,
It's weird.
some people like a little dog
Okay.
leash action. Some people are into that.
You know, and that's your prerogative.
I'm just
Uh,
saying, in
Reed,
London it's quite
Who
common.
are you following, Reed?
Oh, I'm going with the suffragettes. I'm not going with the zombie. Thank you.
Yep.
Sorry.
Just making sure. Just making sure.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, Reed, give me a luck check. Let's see where the suffragettes are heading.
God, here we go. Okay. My luck is so low.
Let's hope they're looking for a good time.
And you can't burn luck to get more luck.
No, you cannot burn luck to
Oh.
better luck.
Oh.
It doesn't work that
God
way.
damn it.
Ah.
Now we're not going to have any fun.
So close.
They get
Ooh.
about 3 blocks away. They are not paying that much attention to you who are following them, and they just bid each other goodnight and split up.
Well, that's a
You
bit
can
of a
grab one
buzzkill,
if you
hey?
wanna you can grab one and ask them questions if you want to, or you can just let them
Yeah.
go.
Or, Reed,
We can.
you know where there's like, like other places people like us could go to have a good time, right?
A couple of spots, yeah. What kind of time are you thinking of?
Good one.
Well, it's Mabel's first night in New York City.
So a great one then.
Yeah.
Actually, yes. I'm going to say that being the queer activist that you are, that you know about the Crazy Cat Club.
All right. Yeah, that sounds about right. Let's go there.
I'm really glad we didn't go with the
where
zombie.
the queer folks hang out. Or at least
Woo!
one of
Is
the
there any
places
drag?
where the queer folks hang out.
Hell yeah. All right.
Excellent.
That sounds fun.
Are you going to go there, or are you going to keep that to yourself?
Well, upon seeing the suffragettes kind of disband, I turn around and I'm like, guys, we're only in New York once, so seeing as it's just us three, and we're the chaotic ones of the group, what do you reckon?
We are not the chaotic
You get-
ones.
Aren't we?
We could be. We could.
Easily.
For one night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you reckon? We get absolutely shit faced, forget about this zombie situation, and go have some fun.
That sounds fun. I like that idea.
Yes.
I love it.
Let's
You guys
go.
were professing so much love and care and concern for me, and now you're fucking off.
Well, you ran in the wrong direction, for fuck's sakes. We gave you. If you had let us put the fucking leash on you, you would be here right fucking
Yeah.
now. But no, I don't want a fucking leash on me.
Cat club.
Ain't gonna
You have to
happen, honey.
respect my autonomy and my free will. I don't want a fucking leash. Come on, that's your choice,
Hey Joe,
man.
if you want to put a leash on someone, we better get to that club.
Let's go.
You guys go to that club.
Let's go.
Tony and I are going to continue the investigation.
It's nice knowing you, Tony.
You don't know that they are running off to the Crazy Cat Club because the union activists went to a different direction.
Oh yeah.
So, I'm going to say that neither Tony nor Dr. Irving know where you're going.
Have we been to the apartment yet? Like, have we all been to one place in New York?
Yeah, my apartment. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So
I
worst
will-
case scenario,
yeah.
at least.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
sorry,
can
go-
meet up there. Yeah,
Yeah.
I will let that.
Yeah.
I'll let that go.
All right. So we're split up.
To the club. Woo.
Well, Tony is just going to ask the guys as they're heading away from the club, because he's been trying to. He knows he's not particularly naturally charming. He's been trying to build up, sharing concerns from the newspaper about those stinking government officials fighting the unions. But now he's like, okay, obviously I miscalculated the time on this. So he's like, brothers, just a quick question here. I'm looking for some folks, and you guys seem so well connected, and in this city. Do you mind if I pick your brain here for a minute?
Sure, but we've got other places to get to. So, who is it that you're?
Can we
looking
walk
for?
with you? Yeah.
Yeah. For now.
Yeah, sure. So then I give them the three names. I think Thatcher and Sarah, and I forget the last name. Don't punish my character for my lack of memory. The other third person we're looking for, Doctor, do you remember that?
Jay?
Well,
Yes.
I'll just do the two then.
No.
It's okay.
Seriously,
Oh.
you character would remember, and
Yes, yeah.
so it's Thatcher and Sarah, as well as Ann Cooper Hewitt. Yeah.
All right.
And jeez, that's the main thing. Oh, sorry about that.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Hewitt.
moreover, Anne is an Elis Anne.
Wasn't there a Sarah?
Elisan, okay.
Wasn't there a
Yeah,
Sarah
so
Hewitt?
that's what she said. Yeah,
Sarah
that's what-
Hewitt. Yeah. Sarah Hewitt, Ann Cooper Hewitt, and Thatcher.
Woo.
Right. That's it.
Okay,
That's it.
perfect.
Yay.
Nice.
Okay. Thank you. Yes. So I throw those names out and see if they seem to have any reply or response to those.
Excellent. Give me a charm check. Let's see if they're willing to.
Yeah,
Come
we'll
on,
see if the
Tony.
alcohol made me any more.
It takes
charmed,
ages to build
to
character.
them.
From the age of enlightenment to the age of rekindled passion. That's why Gibson's Finest Rare is aged for 12 years. Gibson's Finest,
Okay,
one
okay.
for the ages.
You're gonna need
Play
to roll
this
a
record
zero
as
on
frequently
that,
as
but
possible.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
Then, as it
No.
becomes easier
Appreciate
for
the
you,
try.
play the record once a day
Let
or
me
as
see
needed.
They just kind of look at you, and they kind of give each other looks, and actually, both of you can give me psychology checks. You and Jennifer.
Oh, I succeeded.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can tell that they know something, but they're not talking. So, how are you gonna up your game?
I spring out the rope.
You're not there.
You know what? I fuck it. I'm like
Do it.
I go into full blown authoritative doctor mode. I'm like,
Oh.
and I bring my cane up and I said, listen to me. You guys know something. I know you know something. I'm tired of fucking around. Tell me what you know, or so help me God, I will do something that goes against my Hippocratic oath.
Oh, baby. Okay. That would be an intimidate with a bonus. Go for it.
Wow.
Mm.
Come on then.
Oh,
Whoa,
hard
look at that.
success.
Tell you, this girl would get slapped.
Roll it anyway. You might get something. You might get an extreme. Nope. But a hard success is still pretty damned awesome.
I know.
Several of them kind of look a little afraid. Look, we heard some rumors, and one of the gangs in town reputedly got Anne out. I haven't heard about the other two, but Anne's basically was throwing money around a while back, like looking for people to help get her someplace safe.
Do you know where they went?
Anne? No, nobody knows where Anne is. But the people that I've heard about, they work over at the Crazy Cat Club.
Oh.
All right. Do you know what the gang's name?
You know
is?
what the name of the gang is? Yeah.
Sorry.
No.
Why did I get a bad
You're
feeling about
intimidating.
this?
I'm not talking.
I actually Dr. Irving, give me a luck check. Let's see if they can tell you.
Okay, luck check. Okay. Yes.
The person you want to talk to is Miranda. Miranda Zero.
Okay. I very much appreciate your assistance. Viva la revolution. And I turn around and
the
skate
non-anarchists
away.
seem confused.
I've had a long, hard couple of days.
Tony just kind of raises his eyebrows in shock and appreciation, tips his head kind of towards the guys and goes, gentlemen, and walks after the doctor.
Give me a listen check as you're departing, Tony.
Okie dokie.
Anyway, so you headed over to the Crazy Cat Club?
I think so, but honestly, the doc's the boss right now, so.
Yep. I'm like, yep. I'm in for action right now. I need to get stuff done.
Excellent. Okay, let me move everybody over to the Crazy Cat Club. And because it's amusing, I am going to say that you all arrive approximately the same time.
Hey. Well, we were sightseeing along the way, so
yeah. Dr. J, I thought I was gonna have an evening without worrying about you. Here you are. You know I care for you, but I would really like not to be nibbled on this evening.
All right.
Not by Dr. J anyway.
Again, I've got my cane up, and I tap her on the shoulder and I say, "This tonight." No, I'm gonna say, you don't have to worry about any of that. And I walk in.
There's the woman holding a cane up at me, telling me I don't need to worry.
Pineapple. Pineapple. I want to say pineapple.
Is that the safe word? I thought red was the safe word.
That was the safe word. She's gonna hit Mabel with the cane. It's in the safe word.
Getting a diet. It's infecting her brain.
Yes. Which of you again exactly are worried about Dr. Irving turning into a zombie?
What? Didn't I make it clear? I was. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Right, yeah. Okay, so
Tony's the only one on my side.
Mabel, you're worried about this too?
Yeah, because Joe keeps telling me
Tony.
that Dr. J's not safe.
I'm concerned, but I'm more concerned that we're going to truss up this poor person. So I'm concerned, but I'm also a little. The more erratic behavior I've seen is from some of the other group members. So.
Oh, hurtful!
Well, we are the chaotic ones, so yeah, terrified.
And Dr. Irving, how afraid are you that you're turning into a zombie?
I'm not afraid, but I do feel the sense of time.
All right. Well, in that case, Reed, Joe, and Mabel, you all get to roll me a sanity check.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh,
Shouldn't have
yes.
said anything.
I really gotta rethink my choices about friends, honestly.
Well, don't worry. Give this another
Whoa.
probably until next session, and you might have there might not be Dr. Irving.
Okay. Okay. Mabel and Joe, you were fine. However, Reed is really, really worried, and all this talk is causing a great deal of anxiety. And she takes a D3 of sanity loss.
Holy shit, and finding out that Thatcher might be dead? This has been a shit day for you, Reed.
I think that's what did it.
I feel sad for you.
A little bit.
I feel sad for you.
Okay, lose 2 sanity, please. And because I can, Dr. Irving, another power check, please.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What?
And we all die.
Oh, this is bad. This is bad.
This could be very bad.
I guess I can't. Can I burn?
D6.
No, I guess
No,
I
you
can't.
can't.
We're gonna get
God damn it.
banned out of
Sorry.
another fucking
D6?
bar.
Fuck me.
Oh, yes.
Uh-oh. Mabel, get ready to do the
Dr.
deed.
Irving collapses to the ground unconscious.
Oh, fuck, now we can't have any fun at the cat club.
So, yes. Dr.
Priority.
J, collapses about here in the Crazy Cat Club on her way
Tony,
to the bar.
why did you bring her here? I mean, we could have been partying and you could have dealt with it.
I know, Tony should take
Thank you
your
for
back
that.
somewhere, I don't know.
Oh, Dr. J, we only knew you such short time.
All right, so are we
Are you
gonna...
dead?
No, I'm not
gonna
dead yet.
Let's run up. Let's
What
run
are
up
we gonna
to...
do with her?
She's lying on the ground. Let's run up and put her in a chair and try to revive her. Get a little glass of water. She's just overheated because of the hot summer New York night. Let's get a glass of water and spritz her.
Maybe get some of that bathtub gin. It's so bad.
Yeah, let's get in there.
Come
Come on, Dr. J.
Dr. J, give me a Constitution check. Let's see if they can pull
Constitution
you
check
with a little bit of water.
Okay,
Possibly
Constitution.
can.
Sorry, wrong one. Hang on.
Everybody's looking at it, not in a good way. It's gonna ruin our chances of getting to dance.
Hard success.
Oh, there you go.
God.
Hard success, I'm gonna say, after a couple of minutes. Yeah, you come back around, but you're feeling very weak.
Ironic that it's the doctor that's got this problem.
And more importantly, Joe, as you're there plying Dr. J with some water, give me another occult check.
Oh. No. Oh, this does not feel good. That's right. Let me just find the right button.
Ooh.
Hell yeah, baby! I'm giving myself a dot.
Yeah. Based on how Dr. J has been acting and what you're seeing now, you think something's sapping her magical points, her magic.
Okay, I'm gonna wave to the others to get the fuck over here to the table and help me, fuckers. Come here, help me. Because I'm not going to yell that across the room. And once those fuckers move their tokens to the table and get in here and help me, I'm going to whisper, I think someone's attacking Dr. J's magical body points. Like I've seen this before in India when I was there with my grandmother. And they did a sort of kind of exorcism. And dark forces were attacking the body's magical chakras and whatnot. I think... this is serious, you guys. Well, we did a lot of weird shit in India.
Okay.
And a lot of curry and chutney. I really like it. I like a little spice.
I'm feeling a bit out of my expertise. I mean, this is not a cow or a chicken or something. This is just weird stuff. I'm happy to go with what everybody else is kind of wanting to do or thinks best.
Is there anything we can
Yeah.
do?
Tony, what do you think? Was there anything weird about Dr. J on your way over?
I mean, I believe in the future they will refer to such a moment as a boss babe, but yeah, she really took charge of the situation. We grabbed a few of the union boys and asked them about our three names, and they actually gave us the lead that brought us here. That's why we came. We had a good connection for looking for Sarah, but or for Anne, right here. But yeah, other than just seeming no nonsense, no, nothing unusual.
Is Dr.
Maybe
J
she was
still...
possessed in that moment? Something overcame her. And, like, over the energy. Sorry.
No. Keep going.
Well, maybe something overcome her, and that's why she was so full of energy and intimidation, because she was being possessed, and someone's now zapping her of that energy, essentially.
Okay, interesting.
Maybe she's being
what
possessed.
does one do for zapped energy? Do you know anything about this, Joe? Obviously, we're all wanting to help, but we don't know much about this magic stuff. I mean, I'm willing to learn. I just don't know a whole lot about it.
If you pick up anything in that occult shop, that could be helpful.
Joe, give me another occult check. Actually, anybody else is welcome to also give me one, but Joe has the best chance.
Oh,
Hey!
right on.
Yes!
Oh, yes.
Thank God I went on travels with my granny. She was into weird shit, seriously.
Usually, as far as you know, magic returns to somebody like very gradually over the course of the day. So you're really concerned because this is not normal that somebody's magic gets sapped like this. But you don't really. You have a kind of a tickling of a half a thought of like maybe one of your granny's friends kind of mentioned something about something that can help, but you don't quite remember it.
Fuck.
Anybody else is welcome to give a check, but it will be a hard success.
Yeah, just roll. Even if you guys have a chance of success, just do it.
Yeah.
Try to bring up that skill.
Bro. Whoa! Nope. It didn't. Nope. Okay. I thought it did it, but nope, it's bad. So 89, and I was like, wait. And I was like, no, it has to roll under.
Anybody else want to try?
I'll give it a go.
Damn.
What a fib. There you go. That was it.
Does
You're doomed.
Joe,
Can I do it?
oh, sorry.
Can I try it?
Absolutely.
All right, let's
Everybody
see
is
what...
welcome to try.
All right, where's my card? Okay, sorry, hang on.
Are you conscious?
I am.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes, Dr. J is.
The
now
spritzing of the
conscious,
water
but-
worked, hey? There you go. Spritz,
Yeah.
spritz, spritz.
Yes. Yes.
Everyone likes a good spritz.
Oh, come on. No. Nada.
Excellent. One of the bartenders brings over a tray of drinks. Hey, this is on the house, and if you need to faint, take it outside, please.
On the house?
On the house.
Oh. Do we know these people here? Reed, do you know these people?
Yeah. A little bit. My memory's slightly hazy, because obviously we weren't completely, the floor looks familiar. I think I've stepped on this floor before.
I will take a knowledge check to see if indeed you actually know these people or just No,
Right.
no, they're
Across the
alcohol.
floor. Ah,
So that's an
that's an
education.
education.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Ooh. Yep. Alcohol. Great.
Yeah, no. They've got some of the best whiskey in the city. You know
Nice.
their alcohol is good.
Oh yeah. Stumbled in a few times.
You also know that this is a great place to pick people up if you're so inclined.
Oh,
But
now we're
you don't
torn between
actually
taking care of our
know any
zombie
of the
friend
stuff.
or getting laid. God damn, I hate these decisions.
Well,
That's a
unless we
dilemma.
can come across a witch or someone.
So,
Two birds, one
So-
stone.
maybe we should find out who bought the round.
Find out what's in the drink as well.
Mabel, that sounds like you, because you're a charmer.
Hmm.
I'm not feeling very charming at this precise moment. I'm feeling a little.
Actually, I thought that was Reed who was the charming one.
Reed, that's you. You're the charming one. Go for it.
I'm more persuading.
Shit. Okay.
But I'm gonna tell everyone though what you
like-
said about the occult thing. I'm gonna tell everyone that so everyone knows. So then you go ahead, okay? But you know what I know from my last occult check. Okay.
Excellent.
So
I
everybody
have
knows in
something at some point, but I don't want to interrupt.
I'll go for it.
I just if you did say that out loud, then Joe, Tony says, look, I don't know a lot about it, but as you know, I like to pick up books on this and that, and I have been doing a little bit of reading on this sort of hypnotherapy thing. And if you want, I can see if we can help you remember what it is that you'd learned when you were traveling with your grandmother.
Yes, Tony. Come through.
But I want to make sure I'm not into going into anyone's head with the willy nilly. Like, are you okay with that?
It was actually Joe's grandma.
Oh, but I thought it was. Oh, didn't I say that? Like, you said that they were traveling with them, and they couldn't remember what it was that their friends that Joe's grandma's friends.
That was Joe, not Reed.
Oh yeah, no, sorry. Talking to Joe.
Listen, I just want to say,
that's what I.
in real life, I got hypnotized, and someone told me I was Madonna. I did some really weird lap dancing in my 20s. So as long as we don't go there, just as a lines and veils, just don't say I'm Madonna. I ask that, or else I will have to leave the game.
Okay.
And then in character,
I would never say you're the Holy Mother. You're fine.
thank you. In character,
Even
Joe will
so,
say whatever helps, because we got to figure this out.
I'm going to say that you're not actually doing actual hypnosis in terms of roleplay. Just I'll just let you speak what you're trying to do, and then I'll make you do the role.
For sure. So basically, Tony tries to, sit Joe down, make sure they're comfortable, and just kind of gets them to close their eyes and start kind of picturing where they were with the grandmother,
It'd
who
be
was
more
around,
comfortable
what were
though,
they seeing,
Tony, if you
touching,
rub my feet.
etc. And
Can you
see
just
if they
rub my
can
feet
remember.
Tony, rub my feet so I can relax a little bit. It's been a rough day here. It's gonna kick off my shoes, but
Do you need the
just to help me relax. I've had a lot of anxiety, Tony. You got those strong man hands. Rub it. I'm sure it
Tony
will help me
rubs the
relax.
feet as he attempts to continue
Right
guiding
there.
this
Yeah.
reflection to see
that's the spot.
does Joe remember what exactly either they heard or witnessed that they're trying to put their finger on.
Just be a little more gentle around the
Tony,
arch, okay?
Yeah, boss.
Tony, give me a hypnosis with a bonus die.
Oh,
okay.
you got such good man hands, Tony.
Oh, close.
Oh, no. That counts as a regular success there.
Oh, right.
For the purposes of the game, but you don't actually get the check.
Okay.
You get Joe under. The foot rub really helps. And Joe remembers a couple of herbs, which you could easily get at pretty much any occult shop anywhere.
And Joe's just gonna like, oh yeah, I remember the scent of this and the smell of that, and the heat and being by the Ganges River and the lights lighting it up, and then I'm gonna mumble the herbs.
Excellent. Yeah, Tony looks to someone to see if they can jot them down as their hands are full of heat.
Oh, yeah.
I'll have a decent sounding list of herbs that this would be next session.
Yeah, no worries.
And I just want you to notice, Tony, that Joe's toes are a really nice pedicure, which you may be surprised.
I would expect nothing less.
Of course, she
Really
has a nice pedicure.
nice pedicure. Yeah,
I learned
very
so
nice.
much.
Have you seen the women at the nail shop?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
How did 2 words sound so sketchy?
Oh my god.
Don't I get an inspiration for the toe rub? Come on, that was good. Well, never mind. It was its own reward. It was. Thank you, Tony. It was its own reward.
So
You are
actually,
good.
the reward that you got was the bonus die to the hypnotism.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
That's it.
Oh, oh.
That was all that was needed.
Okay,
Oh, nice.
so
But-
we
and
need to
since-
get some stuff from the occult shop. Yeah.
No, we gotta go get some herbs.
Yeah.
Yes, you
We can
do.
get herbs anywhere.
But meanwhile, you've got a whole bunch of drinks in front of you. Are you drinking?
Well, don't you think we should, if
No.
we should tie up Dr. J before we start drinking? Because what if they have another
Oh,
attack?
steady on.
True. True.
Didn't Dr. J have something over at Chumley's?
Yeah. I
Oh.
had a double gin and tonic.
Maybe you shouldn't drink
yeah.
anymore.
Didn't Dr. J say you would be okay with being tied up if you got worse? And you've just got worse.
Yes.
Oh, God.
What Mabel said.
Oh no.
So I think Dr. J had agreed to be tied up.
Oh. That makes Joe think of something. And Joe's just going to run over to the bartender real quick, whisper to them
Yeah.
something about if they maybe have any leather little cuffs for a little kinky play stuff. Maybe that they
Steady
sell.
on.
This
This is what
great
happens
That's
when you
kinda
get a
fun.
foot rub.
Which one are you going to? Are you going to the guy who gave you the drinks or the woman who's also there?
I'm going to the woman. Hello, lesbian. I'm going to the lesbian in the lesbian bar.
100% sure. She just kind of gives you a look. Oh, is that what you're into?
It's her birthday.
I
It's
thought-
just little birthday fun.
I'm so sorry. I thought that you were asking me. But
Oh, well,
Damn it,
Well,
Joe.
that's
Maybe.
another conversation. My friend's birthday, though. I know she
look.
looks really young for being 50, but yeah. I know you're not 50. Yeah, just kidding. Oh.
I'm fucking. What? How old am I?
According to your sheet, you're only 38.
38.
It's got great
That
skin.
was so smooth.
She just kind of gives you a look and it's like, look, we can't really permit this in an open bar, so if you're going to do anything like that, I'm going to insist that you take it someplace else.
It's just a joke.
You gotten upstairs?
So I can tell you that if you want, you can move over to the treehouse out back. It's got a little bit more privacy.
There's a treehouse in
Yeah.
Manhattan.
Yeah, they've got a little yard and they got a little treehouse. Scroll up as far as you can.
Oh, holy shit! They do.
What the
It means
fuck?
no.
Okay.
Nice.
And Joe says, "Thank you very much." Goes back to the table. Hey, they got a treehouse. We could tie up Dr. J in the treehouse, and we can come back and pick up chicks.
Then she was concerned. Love it.
It's like,
Is she gonna die? We're gonna kill her. Oh,
I do what she loves.
man.
I fucking trust you guys as far as I can throw you. Go to hell. You ain't tying me up. Leave me up there to be eaten by crows.
All right. Mabel's coming in now and going, okay, people, enough's enough. We're going round in circles. What are we going to do? Because you know what? Like, this is a situation we've got, and yeah, I would really like to have a drink and hang out and be in New York, but I'm also thinking the quicker we sort this gal out, the quicker we can get back to doing our own shit and not worrying she's going to eat us in our sleep. So let's just get on and cure her or kill her, whichever is going to work best.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
went south really fucking
Yeah, I
quickly.
know, but if she turns into be one of those creepy kids, aren't we going to throw her in the river?
Okay,
Anyhow,
okay.
Whoa.
I'm all
Doc-
for like let's just cure her, get it over and done with.
Yeah.
Or
Are we gonna
make
take
her
a vote?
absolutely
Are we taking a vote?
drunk and she can't do anything. Yeah, should we take a vote?
Is the doctor aware or awake now?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm awake.
Yeah, okay. Just out of curiosity, Doc, this may impact the vote, and as people are talking about River, I just want to maybe give you a chance. I do know a knock to form a pair of handcuffs with a bit of rope, and we can just have it like just your hands, like maybe to your waist or something. It'll be like under your jacket, nobody will see it. But and I promise I won't let them hurt you. But I
Oh.
definitely think our argument for non-river options might be stronger if we perhaps give them some choices.
Only.
Jeez, I just wanted to tie you up in the treehouse. Mabel wants to take you to the river, and Tony wants to do this weird sailor's knot on you.
Okay.
Look, out of character, I've
Reed,
had to
what do you
Google
want to do?
how to
Reed.
make handcuffs out of rope, and now I'm on some sort of list. So I'm just figured you might as well get it used in the game, you know?
Yeah, but let's hear what Reed has to say. Reed, what's your thoughts?
Of course.
Let's go get the
Don't
herbs.
kill
Let's
our only
cure the
doctor,
doc,
yeah.
and then we party afterwards in joyous happiness.
Yeah, well,
Yeah?
Just cure
what we
me.
need is a bunch
Yes.
of herbs, right?
Let's go
That's
cure
it.
her. We can do it. And I know what to do if it doesn't.
Do we know if these herbs are common or if they're like hard to find? Because I know you said that they're in occult shops, but considering where we are, I'm not surprised if there's some occultists in the room. No.
Do you want to see if they have herbs in the kitchen? The right herbs in the kitchen?
We could ask. Because someone gave us drinks, right? So
Yeah.
someone's on our side here.
I could slip them some money.
I think we have to pay.
We're assuming the drinks are good, guys.
Yeah, I wanted to check the drinks as well, just in case.
Yeah, no roofies. We don't want roofies. Not into roofies.
Can we do a
Right.
quick check on the drinks?
How are you checking? Are you going to go talk to somebody, or are you going to like look them over and sniff them and see if you think that there's anything else in them?
The drinks.
Yeah, I suppose we could all give it a sniff.
Okay. Reed,
sniff test.
and anybody else who's checking, hard spot hidden, though Dr. Irving, you can give a medical check instead.
Okay.
Nice. Come on, Doc.
Should we all just try?
Yeah, you're all welcome to try. So, hard spot hidden.
Yes!
Mabel.
Yes, Mabel!
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes, Mabel.
Mabel finally came through.
Yes,
Oh, you're so
Tony.
rude.
Yeah, Mabel, you like switch the drinks around and you like give it a sniff and then you give it a little taste and this stuff is perfectly good, but it is strong.
Oh.
If you'd be deeply surprised if this isn't the fastest way to get drunk that you've ever seen.
Wow.
Oh.
This is good stuff, girls.
This is
I
why,
don't know how
Reed,
much
you
we
were
can
crawling home from all
tolerate.
those bars, hey?
I told you they had good whiskey. I told you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how many
I
of
bring you
these
to
I
the
can
best
drink
places.
though.
You're pretty sure that one you're gonna be under the table.
Okay.
Sounds like a good plan.
So you know what? You know what, gals and guys? These drinks are super strong.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not, like if we drink these drinks, we're kind of done for the night, and Dr. J is just gonna be left sucking it up. I still think we should try and just get her well, and then come back to the drinks and maybe ask for them to be diluted because these are strong. Now, who wants to go and figure out whether they have the herbs in the kitchen? Because if we can do it here, then why don't we just do it here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
We
go
don't
do
have
it
to
because I
conjure
can.
a
I
blood
can
monster.
offer them some cash because I think you guys are kind of tapped out. Do you want me to do that?
I can come with you because
They
I've
know
been
you
here
here,
before.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you
They know me as the
you do the
drunk idiot
talking,
and everything.
and I'll pull out the money. Okay, Reed.
Nice. Okay. We can tag team. Sounds good.
Excellent. I take it you're going over to her.
Yes.
Yeah. Try our
Alrighty.
luck. All right.
So, Reed, what you saying?
Hi there, fine lady. Do I sound more convincing than that?
Finally.
Hi there. Hey, how's
Wow.
it going? Crack open the old how you doing. Those drinks we have are there are just great. We very much appreciate it. But we're a spicy kind of bunch. We like to have a little flavor with our drinks. You know, like you have a lemon with a tequila. We like to have a couple of spices. We're quite exotic people. Have you got any that we could use? Yes.
And we gladly pay for them. And Joe's
Oh, yeah,
gonna
It's a little bit
ship.
weak on the, but I'll still let you do a charm check.
Thank you. I swear, Reed is more charming than
Joe,
I
if
am.
you're pulling out money, that'll give Reed a bonus to their charm.
Nice. Okay, let's do it. Oh,
Nice.
see, it works.
Nice.
Apparently, she's really taken with your shyness. We don't have too terribly much. I mean, we've got like standard culinary herbs like pepper, onion flakes, parsley, basil, oregano. We don't have anything too terribly exotic. Were you looking for something in particular?
Yeah, probably. Now, Joe, you said that you heard about this in India, right?
Well, I'll
Spices
say
and
whatever
like
the
native to
spices were that the keeper told me.
Yes, which I will get
Would you
you
like
the list
saffron?
of next time. She just kind of looks at both of you and it's like, I am so sorry. I've got only one of those on hand. I don't have the rest. And honestly, based on what I know about those, actually, let's see what she actually knows about those. Let me grab her sheet.
If not, we can convince
Wherever
her.
I put it. Right. Apparently, I forgot to put her sheet in. Well, that's just wrong. So let's see what she's got. Actually, a cult would have been the wrong thing, but she just kind of looks doubtful. I don't think that combination would be all that tasty, though.
You'd be surprised. We have exotic tastes. I mean, my friend here spent a lot of time in India, and I'm an Arab, so.
It's how you mix it, darling. 100%. It's how you mix it.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I've got one, so I can get you some of that one if you want.
Please, and maybe do you have a some hot water that we could use in maybe a teacup or coffee cup,
Oh,
whatever you have?
certainly, certainly. She goes, and I'm going to say for amusement value, that what she's got is cloves.
Cool clothes.
Makes sense.
Cloves. Okay.
Yeah, she comes back with a little a little dish of cloves, not a ton, but some, and a cup of hot water. She looks over at Reed and it's like, by the way, are you doing anything later tonight?
I am now.
I'm gonna take the clothes and the teacup and leave Reed to do whatever they need to do, and not I'm gonna get out of the way. Reed doesn't need a wing woman at this point. Reed's
That is
fine.
one of the best responses I have ever.
You, if this goes well. Okay. There. They say it more charming to me.
They're fairly charming, but I think you're more charming, so you can resist her charms.
Okay.
Oh, hard success. That might be difficult to resist her charms.
Oh no. Okay. What do I roll?
Charm or psychology, your choice.
Okay. We'll try a charm, I guess. Hey.
Oh, well, in that case,
My
Ooh.
God.
you can be charmed if you want to be charmed. If not, she's extolling the virtues of not just herself but her girlfriend.
Are we talking an orgy? Is Reed getting invited to an orgy? What the
No,
fuck?
just
Why
the
did I
threesome.
leave?
Just. Joe, do you want to come back?
So,
I mean, Reed
Reed,
has used all of their abilities that they can, so they're pretty useless now, so they might as well. Yeah. Bye, guys.
We've been abandoned so quickly.
We don't get to go to the orgy.
Forget about that.
Get
Forget
your
about
fucking
the
clothes in
doctor
your
becoming a
hot
zombie.
water, Dr.
I
J.
got a threesome I
Let's
can
all
get
go
into.
to the orgy. Let's all go to the orgy.
Great. And since we are past time, I'm going to call it here. Well, Reed,
Nice.
I guess the question is, does Reed have the presence of mind to give her keys over to everybody else so they have a place to go?
Oh, definitely. Oh, yeah, no, definitely. Like, she's an idiot, but she's nice. She just throws her keys at Joe and is like, there you go. It's yours for the evening.
I don't think she's an idiot if she just got invited to a lesbian orgy. I think she's the smartest person in the fucking party. We're the idiot because we're stuck with Dr. Zombie, Dr. Z.
I know. And you're abandoning us.
Fucking
Just like
cramping our
that.
style, Dr. Z.
And this is why I did not want to get tied up in the fucking treehouse.
We should have tied her up in the fucking treehouse.
Are any of you honestly telling me that if you had been invited to bed with two attractive women that you would have said no?
I would have got a rain check. I would be standing by my friends. Got a rain check.
Sure. I totally believe that. I'm pretty sure I know exactly what side Sugar Joe is on. But I'm pretty sure that
These New York lesbians are something else.
Dr. J would be very excited if they weren't concerned about the whole zombie and thinking thing.
Probably.
And whether or not Tony would be interested in being invited to a threesome with lesbians, I don't know. You can decide that.
Yeah, I think he would be confused, and then when he'd realize what was happening, he'd get pretty embarrassed And even if he wanted to do something, he's not a particularly adept or like experienced too much. So I think he would be like, oh gosh, I don't know what's happening. And then they'd probably just leave without him because he would be so indecisive.
Oh, bless him. Oh.
Excellent. Well, in that case, you've got a place to stay, and we will pick up the next morning. Next month.
Yeah, well, we
But
still
what
have to
happened with
give
Dr.
Dr. J the clothes,
The
right?
herbs.
Yeah, nothing much happens with the clothes.
Oh,
Shit.
Oh. Wow. Does that mean we
that
have
was a
to
waste of
leave?
$5.
Is she still ill?
No, you're pretty sure that you need all of the herbs together, or it's just not going to be quite enough.
All right, so we
To the
get
occult shop.
we get a bunch of zombie. We get Dr. Zombie and no girls, no fun.
No threesome.
Welcome to New York, Mabel. Welcome
know.
to New York.
I thought this is
Welcome
gonna be
to
fun, and
New
then
York.
Dr. Zombie here just ruins it for me.
Dr. Z.
Hey, we can come back to the Kitty Cat Club anytime.
All right. So we have to go get the rest of the herbs, do we?
Yep.
It's
I
the
think
next
that's
morning.
the case. That's
And
the next
and we
one.
have to meet
By
up with the
by
cults
next
and
one
the
next month.
occult people the next day in the afternoon, I think, right? Or evening or something like that. Those are our two big things, I
Yes,
think.
let's head to the occult shop.
Yeah. And
We have to go to
maybe
the occult
Reed
shop.
will get some information at the orgy.
Yeah.
Women love to
Possibly.
talk after
You never
making
know.
love.
I know. And if not,
Loose
Not normally
lips
about
and
zombies, but
whatnot.
yeah.
Loose
No,
lips and
my
fingertips. Tipping the velvet, whatnot.
yeah.
We'll
Big
tickle some
boobies.
information from your ladies. Yeah, we'll go touch your. We'll
Big
just go home with the statue with all the boobs and just rub the boobs.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say you want to be rubbing those girlies' boobies for luck.
Yeah, rub the boobs for luck.
Oh,
Terrible, isn't it?
I'm terribly sorry, Reed. You apparently got marching orders as they tease you when you hand the keys over.
It's jealousy, actually.
Well,
Rub some nipples
I
for
was
us,
being
friend.
polite.
Tweak a couple nippies for us. That's a lot of nipples, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least there's enough to go around.
That's true. Make sure you use some
Okey-doke.
chapstick.
So what we gonna do with our zombie then?
As we go back to
Still
Reed's,
look
tie her
at her.
up. Eh?
In the morning. Does she gonna have to do another power roll? Is she drooling yet? Is she foaming?
Oh,
How you
there,
doing, Dr.
there will
Reed?
be another
Okay.
power check, but not. But
You're
not
muted,
for now.
Dr. J.
we're wrapping it up.
Yeah. So, but I was kind of ending the session unless you want to all continue and do
Right.
something about Dr. J or to Dr. J.
I just think we take Dr. J back to Reed's, tie them up so, in case they freak out and kill us or try to kill us. And just keep a watch, and then as soon as the morning comes, we get our asses to an international food thing and get all those fucking spices and just fucking spice
down their
spice
throat.
girls. Every woman, every boy, spice up your life. Every girl and every boy, spice up your life.
Yay!
Nice.
Ah.
That's my thoughts, but it's up to you guys. It's a group decision.
No, I mean I think like once we wake up, we're just gonna have to wham it to her to try and cure her. See if that works. Because then if we try it, doesn't work. At least we can go to the occult shop and say, "Look, we got a zombie. What do we do about it?"
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Or, I mean,
go
the
to
other thing is, the good thing about New York is they have a lot of different cultures, right? And different, we could probably go to a Hindu ashram or something like that. And maybe seek some advice from, like, a guru or something.
Doctor.
Yeah, like someone that would
Healer or
help.
something, yeah.
Yeah.
That, and then still make them meeting with the cultists, but we could probably do that. It's just an idea. Just because New York has all these ethnic diversity.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So yeah, I mean, I'm all for that. I think my core thing is sooner rather than later, so I can at least have my breakfast in peace.
Yeah, we might
Without,
want to maybe
people
protect your.
threatening you with rope and or handcuffs.
Oh, we should definitely be tying up the handcuffs.
All right, Tyra.
I don't remember running that kind of game, but okay.
It's a zombie. No offense,
Yeah.
Sea Hag, but
Sure, that's a likely excuse there.
I mean, Dr. J is a kind of like everyone, an interesting, good-looking gal, but at this precise moment, she's a bit off limits because you're not too certain how bitey she's gonna be and where.
Hey, they might like that.
So just for like maintenance of our schedule or sheets and stuff, for a successful skill check in an area that's not one of our like characters' core skills, that's when we put the dot, right? So I put one for hypnosis, like you prompted, but I don't put one for spot hidden because that's like a.
No. If you get an actual success, you can check the box too.
Oh, okay. Just wanted to double check. Very good.
What happens if you get your success on like intelligence and things? Is that the same?
Unfortunately, stats like that for the most part don't get improved, but actually there is a chance for you to improve your power, which we'll deal with later.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okey poke. All right.
And-
So are we going to leave, call it a day, and then just leave Dr. J in her zombie mess until the next session?
I'm just gonna drink the drinks and pass out. That's what I'm gonna do.
Drink. Well, we have to get some of that good drink. You only need one.
Yeah. If you're drinking, give me a hard constitution check. Let's see how well this is gonna go.
Oh no.
Joe will say before
Constitution
you,
check.
when you take that drink,
Yeah.
Joe will say you realize the more you weaken your body with the poison of alcohol, the greater the chance of you being overtaken by the darkness. But you do what you need to do.
Alright.
You be you, Dr. Z.
No. I
Mabel,
won't drink.
you can tell this is some strong shit, but you're holding it together pretty damn well.
Yeah.
And you're just
It's
a
not
little
as strong
bit
as the stuff
tipsy.
on the farm.
No,
Joe
it
is not
as
drinking.
strong as the stuff on the
Joe's not drinking
yeah.
because he got a zombie sitting right next to him. No way, not drinking.
Anybody else who's drinking, give me a con check, and you need a hard success.
Joe's gonna look
I'd
at
said not
Dr.
to drink with
J's head and just think about what we need to do
What?
for sticking maybe an ice pick or
shit.
something in there, maybe.
Lobotomy.
Oh,
Okay. We're just playing with you, Dr. J. We wouldn't do anything like that to you. Yet.
oh, without the drop of a hat, you would do it so.
Yeah, I'm not sure that I necessarily trust people that openly talk about ice picks and rivers.
Yeah,
and, things.
That's private talk.
Sorry, what?
I said, yeah, that's private talk. You don't discuss ice picks out willy nilly.
I bet you they have an ice pick behind the bar.
Oh God!
Yes, and I am sure Tony may or may not have been responsible for factory boss inadvertently dying a little sooner than expected. Because who would think that?
Headaches are a killer. What can I say?
Oh,
Don't cross Tony.
Oh my God! This has been this again.
Wonderful
Another
session.
session that was just absolutely so much fun.
And
I had a blast.
listen, Sea Hag, I understand if you totally kill me in your D&D game later on this weekend. I'm expecting revenge.
yeah, I'm expecting vengeance too, because I
So,
wasn't
yeah.
necessarily planning on doing anything to you with that bite, but everybody else kept harping on it, so I thought this would be entertaining.
Mhm.
Thank you, guys. Thank you all. So just as quick note to my chat, we are running a Yuletide D&D session tomorrow on stream from 1 to 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We have joining us Vixter, Jaden, Blue Witch, Ray, and Grim and Starship and Steel. Two guys, never played with them, but played Conan with them, but never played D&D. It's been several years since I've DM'd, so it's going to be very interesting. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So check it out, and I promise not to take it out on y'all.
I'll hold you to that. Yeah.
Sure. Anyway, thank you everybody for allowing me to do awful and questionable things to you. Have a fabulous rest of the day, and I'll be seeing most of you tomorrow at D&D.
Yes.
Yeah. Have a good night. Thanks very much, Jaden. What a wonderful session. Thanks,
Yeah.
everyone, for playing with a good sense of humor. I
Yes.
appreciate it.
Yeah. Oh, and so just to double check something, I know that Jaden's taking